microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Jason, I've always thought this about you. There is some form of tan in your genetics. You've always had this. I've always been very jealous of your olivey base tone, but you look like you got some good sun over the last few days. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the spray tan's working, baby.
You're from SoCal.
Yeah,
SoCal, brah.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Hey, thanks. Good to. Hey.
What? Sorry. I thought I was trying to mute my mic there.
You did. We didn't hear anything.
Yeah. Welcome back. How are you?
Great.
Good to be with you, dude.
Gross.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean anything coming from Chris.
Yeah.
I've been way too long. He's not allowed to opine on things that are gross. By the way, I was arguing with Chris all week, and that was fun.
All weekend?
All weekend, meaning 10 minutes.
Oh.
Like a 3-week long Oasis argument going on. It's pretty fun.
I saw that. I saw you said some reference to they have people dressed in red chairs.
Oh, yeah. That was just me having fun.
Oh, that was the argument?
No, because they barely sold any tickets to their Wembley show. The whole outer bowl was empty.
Huh.
And just tickets were like $20.
Dave is upset that him being not an Oasis fan, they're not playing his favorite Oasis song on their tour.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's distilled a little differently than I would distill it, but the basics are correct. But enough about me. Jason, how was your trip?
It was great. Yeah, good trip. Really good time. Yeah, wonderful all the way through. Really enjoyed it, and good to be back though. All of it. I mean, it was we were like the Griswolds out on a family vacation in an RV, having a good time covering Southwest. I guess we did a little Mount Zion.
Ew.
We
What did he
mounted
say?
Zion.
Right.
We also went to the Grand Canyon and a couple other places along the way.
Any bodies of water?
Yeah, we did we went to the Narrows.
The Narrows.
Yeah. My
How
son
was that?
really loved it.
Isn't that what that Katy Perry song from that movie? Not Katy Perry, Lady Gaga movie.
The Narrows?
Yeah.
The Narrows.
Shallows. Sorry.
Same. We went through the Shallows and the Narrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time there?
We did. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, really, really good time. Dave's trying to get me to reference what happened there, so I will. I told Dave.
Will you? Oh, I wasn't. I thought that was just an us thing. Okay.
Well, it seemed like you were trying to have me go somewhere.
Well, of course I was, but I didn't think you would. I mean, I'm here for whatever.
Yeah, the Narrows is really an awesome experience. Just to picture what it's like, a canyon that just gets more and more narrow, and you're walking through rocks and sometimes water that's to your toes, to your ankles, could be up to your chest, and then back, just different levels. And then my son thought he would christen the Narrows. That's the only other way I could say it, and not in the christen like, hey, just an easy christening of the Narrows.
That wasn't a champagne bottle.
It was not a champagne bottle. He thought he would add a little bit more to the Narrows. So he did.
God bless him.
God
Good for
bless
him.
him. Hey, when in Utah?
Went in the Narrows.
I can't remember where.
Shoot an arrow.
Yeah. But the capper to all of it, when we're all done, everything's great. We had just an amazing time there. At this is specifically at the Narrows. We're done. We're packing up. We're kind of getting ready to go, cleaning up, literally. There's a kid that's come running in because he sees the Narrows, and he's, I don't know, maybe 7-ish, I'm guessing. And he was just a great personality. Kid just comes running. He goes, "There it is. All I know is I can't wait to get in there and drink that water."
Kid.
I don't know about you, but I wouldn't do that. Would not do that.
Can you drink the water? Like, why would that be like the most?
He just thought it looked, I don't know. He was running from afar, and there's some runoff from places and some runoff.
Yeah, there was.
Places.
Well, that's good.
That was great. That was, and then capped the trip off this last weekend. Had a celebration of life for my mom down in Southern California. Saturday. That was truly awesome, emotional, and wonderful, and family together and friends, and yeah. So it was all of it was very memorable.
Can I ask you about that? I know we're so it's been, how long has it been? You had the celebration.
She passed right before Thanksgiving.
So I was thinking about you and that experience, and I still have, knock on wood, I still have both my parents, but obviously that's something we all have to deal with at some point, and it's on my mind. And I was thinking about you, and I was thinking, does the year, well, not year, but do the months in between make it easier emotionally, or does it just all come flowing back immediately?
It just
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's another, because I think it probably depends on a case by case. But when my dad passed, which has now been 20 years, which is just staggering to me. But someone told me back then, which I think is probably the thing that's been most that I've held on to the most, when they said is it never goes away, but it gets less emotional. But also that other part that you just kind of alluded to, that you just don't know when something will hit. So more times than not, like if I'm talking about my dad right now, it's mainly great stories. I'm laughing. I'm probably not getting that emotional. But my younger brother got married 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's 17 years from my dad passing. And at that wedding, I was just a mess, because I was thinking, man, my dad should be here. It should be here for him. And it came out of nowhere. Like, wow. I was not ready for it. So that's a long time removed, where I wasn't really that emotional about my dad, anymore. Yeah. As emotional. I shouldn't say that emotional. As emotional. So for this, I would say time did help in one sense, but this was also maybe the first time for me in front of other family members that were telling great stories to me before, that I but wanted to speak in front of. And yeah, I didn't make it through too well. And
I also would imagine that it could be like something just so benign, like a smell or a song or something that just sets it off.
Yeah. And so like I'm this will be a parallel that some of my parents both went to UCLA. So if like UCLA had like this dream season, which never seems like it'll happen ever, but if they did, part of me will be emotionally happy. Oh man, they're so great. They won the national championship. Oh man, wish my dad could be here for this. That kind of thing. Or a song, like you said, but it gets less emotional, I would say, but it's still, look, my mom's birthday would be this next month, August. So that'll be another check. Like Christmas was difficult. Thanksgiving was so fresh at that time. So all those kind of things, or other benchmarks, like if they happen, I'd love to tell my mom or my dad, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, this was great to honor her and have family together, friends. And then we have a second one that we're doing this weekend up here for the people that were at her facility at the end, and just other doctors and nurses that she knew, and people that couldn't make it to Southern California. So we have kind of two. The second one is this Sunday, and I hope I do better. I mean, it was fine, and a lot of people it was really touching, but it's like, well, whatever comes out, and I think I even joked, Dave. I'm starting I had my phone in front of me because I had just a couple notes. I didn't want to read a script or anything. I just kind of wanted to talk from the heart. But I said, I'm starting my timer, not for length of speech, but I think my brothers have an over-under on when I'll break down. And I have it at 4 minutes, and I know I'm going to go the over. I didn't make it.
You didn't make the over?
No, and I even cheated because we had pictures going to slideshow, but I had a video of something that she had done a couple years back, which was really pretty cool. And that was probably 2.5 minutes. But actually, I'd seen it. I'd watched it, helped put the slideshow together, got all the pictures. And as soon as that started running, I'm like, gosh, darn it. It's like,
right,
man. But I'd seen it probably 15 times, and it wasn't bothering me. And then it did. I'm like, oh shoot, now I'm cooked. And yeah, I didn't do so well. I mean, I did fine. It was what was meant to be.
Why do we? What was it? It was like last week. I don't know. It was like a random Tuesday afternoon. Melissa was having a tough day, right?
Huh?
And I came home. It was like noon, and she's usually in the kitchen or in the living room doing something. She was in the kitchen and feeding the dogs, getting the dog food. And I went to go get my snack or whatever. And she goes, hey, can I have a hug? And I was like, oh, of course. Like,
no.
That's not her necessarily. And so I gave her a hug. And then when we were hugging, she started like lightly crying, and she pulled away, and she just like was hiding her tears. I was like, God, I hate crying so much. Ugh. Like, she gets very upset at herself when she cries, even though she's, I'm her husband of 18 years. I've seen all kinds of liquids come out of you. You can cry in front of me. Hello. What is the stigma on crying? Why is it a bad thing or an embarrassing thing?
Yeah. Well, in that one, I didn't feel remotely embarrassed.
Sure.
I didn't. To me, it was more, I didn't want to, not in a, hey, that's going to be embarrassing. It was, I was trying my best to I felt like I'm a part of my mom's legacy. So This is another moment for me to make her proud, if that makes sense. So I'm like, not that if I was crying, and I wasn't bawling, but it was like, I would talk, I'd go, and then that
right.
Lump. And then the one thing I've tried to do now, because I've seen a lot of people do this before, and it's no slide on them, but if like they have the microphone, and it was a microphone I was holding, but they might say like, and this and you just hear that. So I kept holding the mic away, and I wasn't afraid to pause, and like some people are like, you got this, and I'm like, I know I'll get
right
there. And I just
thanks,
and then get my thoughts together, and then and she also gosh darn it, I can't get it together. But I don't know what the stigma is.
I think it's more when it feels more involuntary.
Yeah, I just couldn't control it, and everybody understood. But I think for me, Dave, it might be more of I don't know, we're in here all in studio, and this commercial comes on, and it's like, wait, are you crying? I am. Did you see the dog? Or whatever. And it's like, those things might be more of a,
he wants to take its bone to the bank.
He looks so sad.
Well, when you think about it, two things. Number one, obviously I would never speak for your mother, and I've never died before, but I gotta say, if I do, or when I do, I want everybody to start crying every time they talk about me. Like, that's it. I feel like that's like just get choked up, like with the pain of the fact that I'm no longer around. Like, if
I was that guy owed me money.
Okay, I don't want that cry, and I don't want like the happy cry of like he's gone, he's finally gone. No, I want like if my daughter starts talking about it, I want her breaking down anytime that. Of course, that's love. Number one. Number two, crying is weird though, in the sense that like think about it, like. You're so emotionally moved by something, or when you're younger, you're in such pain,
right?
That water leaks out of salt water leaks out of your eyes. What the hell is that?
Yeah,
like, it makes no sense. I'm sad, so involuntarily, salty liquid is going to squirt out of, well, if you're no Sean Moreno, but it's going to drip out of my eyeballs, and my nose is going to start running. What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, you said it was a trip for it, anything goes. You didn't know what was going to come out, which sounds like a theme for the trip.
Yeah, an overall theme. But yeah, the second chance at it this weekend. And I won't say it was like super. I mean, it was in a more of like a university center, like a hall. It was, formal tables. This is going to be at her assisted living place and at my brother's this weekend. So I think it'll be a little less formal, but my brother did great. And so sometimes, which is funny, the opposite thing happened at my dad's 20 years ago. There was about 8 planned speakers and I was last, and everyone else spoke, and it completely broke me down. I mean, I was a mess seeing other people, like when you see other people cry.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get through this. And then my dad's, I got it. I made it. It was like that. I don't know why. Maybe I was all cried out. And then my brother went, he was awesome. And then it was my turn. And I was like, I got this. And then,
wait a minute. You just said all
the voice and the throat.
You said all cried out. That's a song, right?
It probably is.
Isn't it? No, isn't it? It's a girl from the 80s. You know this stuff. I'm all cried out over you. Is that Lisa?
Lisa, Tiffany.
Okay.
Debbie Gibson. I don't know. One of the 3.
Don't feel bad, dude.
I didn't.
I teared up at the end of Happy Gilmore.
2? Okay.
Most random thing.
I haven't seen it yet, but literally at the function, at my mom's function, someone's like, watch Happy Gilmore 2 last night. I go, oh, yeah? Didn't like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a lot of talk about this.
Someone else from across the way said, I saw it too. I didn't like it either. I went, oh, man, 0 for 2. And then I think you liked it?
10 out of 10. Loved it.
And then
I'll bet you Christopher Lott hated it.
Well,
I will let you know that I watched it last night and I fell asleep. So I think I got about 40 minutes in.
So 10 out of 10, not even like it was pretty good. I suggest you watch it. I give it like a 7.
Here's the thing.
Like they're giving it like, I didn't ask, but they didn't seem to like it. And you're giving it 10s.
It's in what, about 25 minutes. I actually put this in the rundown at 6:44. So I got to be really careful here because you haven't seen it and a lot of people haven't seen it. And I'm psycho about spoilers. I don't want to do it. I hate it when people do it to me. So I will speak generally about Chris. How far did you get through it about?
I got to the Haley Joel Osment. Good.
Okay. Well, you just spoiled something. Good job. I just said don't do any spoilers.
I got to the part where they do the part about the thing.
Well, you could have said I got to the part where they're doing the competition, or I got to the part where
that doesn't happen in any other part of the movie.
I'm just saying. Okay, well, Haley Joel Osment's in the movie. There's about 70. I don't want to get into it, but look, we'll get into it at 6:44. I will offer you my simple review with pretty much no spoilers. I will do everything I can not to spoil any of it.
Oh, and you know what? It's on Netflix, so this is till like this week. Then we can start spoiling.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
And keep in mind, Dave, too, tomorrow, Chris and I are going to be in that spot because unfortunately you're out of town, or you know what's going on tonight.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That's fine. You know what? Can I say I thought a little bit.
It's not like we haven't planned this for months.
I thought a little bit about this over the weekend. I'm not going to lie. And honestly, I think you guys should be able to review the whole look. Like if the end is like Frank Drebin Jr. turns out to be Elvira and they both like Thelma and Louise it off a cliff. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, don't spoil that. But like, I think you should be able to give a full on review. And what
movies? It's really all about the jokes. The story isn't that important to it.
I'm not going to see it and be like, oh, they ruined it with the joke. The guy, and by the way, don't think it's not on my radar. We've all been down this road before. What I'm really afraid of is 90% of the movie, the funniest parts were in the trailers.
Which is good because I've seen like one commercial for it, so I've avoided it.
Stay away from the trailers.
MC says some live to spoil. He's right. They do. There are some people out there. That's still why poker player Eric isn't allowed on any of our stations or any of our show, because people just love to spoil stuff. And look, and I say this, there's a lot of hyperbole. I know we got to get to leading off here. There's a lot of hyperbole on sports radio and radio in general. And in this day and age, everybody says things whatever. I feel very comfortable saying this, and on my kids' lives, I'm being honest about it. People that live to spoil things like that get joy out of that. I'm not, if there is a hell, I hope they burn in it for eternity, because they're legit evil people. Like, legitimately, like, there's like murderers and stuff like that. That's like a whole different level. I get it. But somewhere on that spectrum, in one of them Dante circles of hell, are people that spoil things. Like, just go straight to hell. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Just go burn forever.
Yeah. Wasn't that a song too? Some live to spoil.
Some live to spoil. That was Europe, I believe.
Yes. Was.
leading off, please, right now.
Let's do it. Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball game. Edwin Diaz strikes out Matt Chapman, who had hit 2 home runs today, and the Mets win it 5-3.
Well, if one of the themes is speaking of loved ones no longer with us in this first segment, I will invoke another loved one no longer with us, Jason Ross. Very, very, very much loved by you and I when I say the San Francisco Giants were stinky poo over the weekend. They don't care about you or your show. God bless R.I.P. Marty McNeil. They were bad. Swept by the Giants at home after they looked like they had gotten some momentum, Jason. 2 consecutive games where they scored 9 runs on 10 hits, outscored the Braves in those final 2, 18-3, and everybody was getting hot. And then the Mets come in and go, yep, we're just going to outscore you 15-5 over 3 games. Blech.
Yeah. Take that with you, right? My goodness. And
Take
that's
good job and shove it.
another good song.
Thank you.
Johnny. No, hang on. Take this.
This
You have it?
job. I don't. I thought it, honestly, when you said Johnny, for some reason I thought it was Dolly Parton, but now I think I'm mixing up 9 to 5.
Yes. Hang on. Take
this job and
I
shove
was
it.
saying Johnny Payback. It's Johnny Paycheck.
Oh, Johnny Paycheck. That's what we call Chris.
Look at Mr. Johnny Paycheck over here.
Hey, is that your real name?
What if it was? What if he was like Eastern European and it's like Johnny Payceck? Just some sort of weird like paycheck.
He's from
Great.
All a Paycheck.
Anyways, the Giants sucked. We'll talk more about that later. Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
Driven to center. Butler drifting back. He's underneath and he makes the catch. The Athletics win 7-1. They sweep the Astros in 4 games here in Houston and have a great exclamation point to end this long road trip.
Yeah, Jason, the A's go into Houston and they absolutely annihilate. Let me see here. 32-7. They outscore the Astros, including a massive 15-3 blowout. We'll obviously be talking more about the A's later, but specifically, we're going to be talking about Nick Kurtz, who there is an argument, Jason. I don't know if it's right, but there's an argument that Nick Kurtz had the greatest offensive game in baseball history on Saturday.
Yeah, ironically on a Hall of Fame weekend. So I think he's a Hall of Famer.
I'll just put him in right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
why wouldn't he be?
put him in, Jason.
Yes, let's go A's. If they win out, Dave, if they could just keep this thing going,
Yeah.
maybe we'd have a playoff game in San Francisco for him.
Let's see. Let me just check something here real quick. Hey, look, if the A's win out, they will win exactly 100 games, Jason.
Oh, what a year.
And honestly, in the running, probably for top 3 sports story of the year.
It has to be one, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What else? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Well, the Kings got McDermott.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Let's see. They're 46-62, so they played 108 games. They've won 4 in a row. They have 54. They would end the year, Jason, on a what has got to be a record, at least this century, a 58-game winning streak.
I like that. I like that for Sacramento. I mean,
Yeah.
wherever they play.
If that happens, do they just like stop Vegas and there's like they have to stay in Sacramento?
Yes.
And then the A's win 3 straight championships in Sacramento and then try to go to Vegas. I don't know that would. I can't imagine Bob Manfred would let that happen.
No, Bobby Mann wouldn't let it happen.
B-Mans.
B-Mansky.
Number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
You're as cold as ice.
Nice.
That's Russ Westbrook's song.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up, we will talk about Russ Westbrook, and of course, Jonathan Kuminga is on the radar. But I don't want to say Russ Westbrook talks are heating up per se. They've never really cooled off. So we'll get into a little bit of detail about what is and isn't true, what we are and are not hearing.
Are you going to list all of your sources?
I will tell you this. I will tell you this because you and I had a conversation. Here now you're blowing me up for something off the air. I will say this, that I can honestly say, and not in that stupid way people say to try to sound cool. In this case, and I think you'll back me up, this is a league source.
Oh.
This is a league source,
okay,
that I'm leaning on a little bit, in addition to a King source. So, yeah, look, nothing's imminent. It's not going to happen tomorrow, or I don't know, maybe it will. I have no idea. Nobody's saying it's imminent, but and I'd like to. By the way, I'd like to shout out all the people aggregating what I said yesterday. Hope it works out for you. Tip your driver.
Yes.
We'll take a break. When we return, please, we'll get right into Safer Out. Nick Kurtz's game Friday, the Stinky Giants, and Ichiro. What a sense of humor that kid has, as the Hall of Fame happened over the weekend. We'll get there next.
Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Why'd I go to the doctor? One day at the firehouse, I was so lightheaded I could barely stand. Even my crew noticed. Getting checked out was the right call. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com, sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sacktown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
The Hagen Oaks Cutting Edge Putter Fitting Studio offers you more technology, more choices, and more service. Hagen Oaks wants to be your go-to total golf game fitter. With $30,000 worth of state-of-the-art technology ready for your fitting, Hagen Oaks will help you make your best putting stroke while finding the best putter design, shape, hosel, length, and loft for your game. Schedule your fitting at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531 for more.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Safe or out? It's time to go around baseball. 3 pitches, 3 swings. It's safe or out on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
But I love how we still have Jay Mars voicing a weekend fishy spot.
Fishy.
And I don't know what you call it. Like when you type something and there's a mistake in there, it's called a typo. But what would you call? There's a voice O in that commercial. I don't know that anybody's ever picked it up.
Why is it a mistake though?
Because he says only Ultimate Bass feature instead of features, and then goes into things. But I've never heard anyone mention it. So it's. I think that we should redo it for Uncle Kent.
That's active listening by you.
Dude, come on. You know, I'm a psycho. By the way, speaking of Uncle Kent, talked to Uncle Sep last weekend, as a matter of fact. Had a nice phone. I hadn't talked to him in a while.
What was that about?
He was giving me fishing tips for Montana with my dad.
Oh, that's a couple weeks away. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
You got a fishing trip this year. I got a fishing trip this year. We need to get Jason out there.
Yeah.
Are you crabbing again, Chris?
Hopefully we don't get rained out again.
That sucked.
Are you fly fishing or just regular
fly fishing? And I haven't fushed since I was
flu fished.
Flu fished? Yeah. I haven't flu fished since I was like 9. My dad tried to get me into it. I was like, ah. So yeah, I've got a Oh, you missed that, Jason, on Friday, by the way. Attack of the Family. Holy crap.
Well, I heard that your kids were in studio.
They were in studio. No, but my dad was friendly to them.
Very friendly.
Was he rude?
I couldn't tell it was Dave's dad. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I think we got the wrong number.
Yeah, like I call him and he's like, and then Avery goes, hi, Pop. And he's like, oh, hi, sweetheart. Then next thing you know, the 3 of them are talking. Yeah, we will be fly fishing. And I just ordered a fly fishing package off of Amazon, which includes like a rod and like all the stuff you're supposed to need. So I'm sure I'm totally not going to look like the yuppie Californian, here's all my new fly fishing crap. But I don't know what else to do. Where do you get a broken in rod? Hello.
Sounds personal.
Safe or out? Question 1, please.
Was Nick Kurtz's game Friday the greatest offensive game ever?
I know I saw Russ say on Twitter, he's like, well, Shohei's game last year was better. And it wasn't, although it was amazing. But I think it was over a doubleheader, if I remember right. I know that he tied Sean Green for total bases, but adding that 4 home runs, and let's be honest, it should have been 5 home runs. I know Mark Whitten had 13 RBI in a game, but yeah, Jason, I think, it's in the eye of the beholder, but I think it might have been.
Yeah, what do they? I forgot what I saw after he did that, and I'm gonna have the numbers a little bit wrong, but I think there's been like 20 something, low 20 perfect games, but there's been less, like maybe 20, no, maybe 10 4-homer games or something like that. I'm sorry, I have the numbers wrong, but this is such a rare feat to hit 4 homers in a game, also to get 2 other hits, to score 6 runs. What do you have? 8 RBI, like just everything about it. Yeah, you're right. It's in the eye of the beholder. It is on the list. I think that's the safest way to put it. It's people are going to argue what's better, but all of it was incredible. I think the only thing to me that I don't even know if I'd say put a taint on it or whatever would be, was it the last, was it the second base? Who was pitching last? But someone was throwing like 40 that he hit the last one.
Yeah.
Still,
yeah. So here's the funny thing about that is that you first off, you're 100% right. It was Cooper Hummel, the outfielder, but he hit all 4 of his home runs off of 4 different pitchers, which is insane. He also becomes the youngest, or should I say this? Well, not only is he the youngest, but also the fewest games in the major leagues to hit 4 home runs in a game. He broke speaking of Mark Whitten in 1993. In fact, I think it was the same game. Mark Whitten was the old record holder. It took him 425 Major League Baseball games before he had a 4 home run game. Nick Kurtz has done it in 66.
That's crazy.
That is absolutely insane. Everyone's focused on Jacob Wilson, dude, but he's got a little bit of company at this rate. His odds, Nick Kurtz's, to win the Rookie of the Year were at 2,500, minus 2,500 on Thursday. They are now at minus 325. And by the way, I believe that's a mistake. It's got to be plus. It says that on ESPN. It has to be plus. Minus would mean you have to bet 325 to win 100. So I would say plus 3. That's Jason, as they say in the business, and as you've said recently, that's a pretty big movement.
Yes. That's exactly what we've all been saying.
Number 2, please.
Safe.
The Giants were swept by the Mets. Lip or big issue?
Yeah. It's so weird, Jason, because when you were gone, I was after that Braves, the second Braves game, when they scored 9 runs on 10 hits again. I said, okay, Willie Adames is the key to everything. He's heating up. Rafael Devers has had a back issue, but he's also heating up. That power's starting to flex. They have Matt Chapman back. Maybe this is their breakout. 18 runs in 2 games. And by the way, they scored 5 runs the game before in a loss, which is like scoring 10 runs for them all year long. And then the Mets come in and just skadoodle them at home. The answer is we're going to need to go to a replay. I don't know if it's safe or out because I don't know what the hell with this team, dude. Every time I think they're zigging, they're zagging.
Yeah, and at this point, they're getting closer to a 500 team, which I felt like they've been, for the most part of the year, better than that. They've also opened up the door. I think they're 5th in the wild card race. There's other teams now surrounding them that they have to leapfrog. So they've just brought more of the people into play here. They haven't been as consistent. Still like their pitching, and it feels like if they get hitting, like you said in the Brave series, here they go. But, man, that's a good team they played. I'll give them the defense of that to the Mets, but it also looked like they didn't belong on the field with them.
Okay, number 3.
Ichiro was amongst 5 enshrined into the Hall of Fame over the weekend. How will you remember him as a player?
Just a stud. Just an absolute. You know, we get so lost in like who's the greatest player of all time, and there's like different. You know, is Barry Bonds the greatest player of all time? Is I don't know, Roger Clemens, Randy Johnson, is Willie Mays, whatever it is, whatever criteria, Shohei Ohtani, probably some other Yankee, I don't know. What's the criteria? But with Ichiro, here's what I do know. If I'm making a lineup of the greatest players to ever play baseball, and they have to like play one game to like beat the aliens and save the earth from exploding, or Ichiro's on my team in every aspect. Just his hitting ability, which is second to none, his arm, which was an absolute cannon. And people who didn't watch him play live probably don't remember this, but Jason, you will. There were certain players like Eric Davis or Gary Sheffield that were just so cool at the plate, man. Albert Bell, that were just so cool and so intimidating. Ichiro would have those Oakleys on, and then he'd do the thing where he'd do that bat thing where he'd hold the bat out, just like that point thing he'd do as he was doing the circles to get in his stance. His stance was awesome, dude. He was great.
Yeah, I think, yesterday when I was seeing some of the stuff about him, like I knew obviously he had a cannon of an arm and he was a good fielder. But when they said he was a 10-time Gold Glover, 10? And I always knew for his bat, his speed, his versatility, he still could hit for power some, even though he was more of a, contact, put it in the gaps and hit it in the ground and run out hits. I just don't think we talk about him enough as one of the great players of all. Like, he's all of fame. There's no doubting any part of his career. Yep. He actually might be underrated.
I think he is. I'm so glad you said that. I think he is. It's something we'll get back to at 8 a.m. when we get into the rest of the Hall of Famers, including our very own CC Sabathia and Dave Parker, amongst others. I think Ichiro is underrated. I think there's an argument that he is the most underrated superstar of all time, and I'm happy to get into that conversation when we take a break. Or wait, we are taking a break. When we come back, Happy Gilmore 2. No spoilers, just a quick review and more of a conversation surrounding the movie. We'll get to that next.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
With Progressive, you can reach customer service in the way that's easiest for you, by phone, app, or online. We know it would be great if we just magically appeared, but that's more of a genie thing, and we do insurance. But with us, you'd be like, well, it wasn't a genie, but it was great customer service, so that's nice. And sure, you probably would still like the whole 3 wishes thing, so if you meet a genie, you should definitely ask. But when you need us, contact Progressive by phone, app, or online. Just no genies. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Lowe's knows big savings make a big difference, especially when you're shopping for appliances. Hurry in to get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Rewards members get free delivery, free haul away, free installation and parts on purchases of $2,500 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 7/30. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Price, delivery time, and vehicle availability may vary based on order size and location. Exclusions apply. See Lowe's.com/delivery for more details.
Man, look at that Return of the Old King, man. Oh, wow. Emotional.
King of the Hill is back.
They got a Bob's in the airport now. Oh, that's Boba.
World has changed, Dad.
Bobby wants to bring that new girl over for dinner.
The Vegas? What the hell am I supposed to feed her?
Can't we just put some grass in a bowl?
From Mike Judge and Greg Daniels.
Ready to make some memories, Dad?
Let's freaking go.
A Hulu original series, King of the Hill. Season premiere August 4th, streaming on Hulu.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. you could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A-plus Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
People are coming from all over to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, from Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville, because they've seen for themselves the huge selection and the best prices at SacSuperstore.com. Good luck finding a lower price anywhere else. And if you do, they'll match it. It's as simple as that. Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where a handshake still means something. Open until 10 o'clock and centrally located right across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course. And online at SacSuperstore.com. The guaranteed lowest price and the best selection of Dodge, Chrysler, Jeeps, and Rams. SacSuperstore.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. I always run around and find different things in the offices here in New York, and I found a pail, I guess, of Huddersfield Town flags, I guess, that they use for different. I'm bringing one back to the studio, Jason.
You gonna put that on your car?
I'm two of them, like the president has with like American flags
on the back of your big truck.
My big truck, big Huddersfield Town flag. We don't have any Huddersfield. You think they'd object if I put a little tiny Huddersfield thing in the studio? Then Chris would be like, well, then we have a Man City thing.
Is this your snack mix, by the way?
What?
Is this your snack mix?
It was.
Oh.
Yeah, he's right. It was. I think there's still some left. I mean, Kyle's
going in there to talk to Jason and eating it.
Which is how it should be.
Yeah.
Which is how it should be.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Are all the M&Ms gone? Remember when we busted Kyle for picking out the M&Ms?
Yeah, there's like 4 left. He'll have those today.
Which is just so like, I hope he learned his lesson, dude. You can't pick out the M&Ms.
He did not.
Because you're also fingering all the other nuts and raisins and stuff. Jesus. God dang it, dude. Happy Gilmore too.
From the movie.
I will very quickly give you my review on Happy Gilmore 2. Look, I don't know why, but for some reason, this movie is like controversial, right? In the sense that you either are one way or the other. And so I'm not here to yum anyone's yuck, I guess is what I would say, instead of the other way. But I loved it. I said 10 out of 10. To me, it was perfect. It was exactly what it should be. It was an unapologetic love letter to the original with cameos, and I'm not talking about the guys that sang Word Up. I'm saying people that showed up, I think somewhere in the 60s. I mean, I don't want to spoil them, but pretty much everybody from the old one that is still living is in the new one. And then on top of that, there's a whole plot line. Again, I don't want to spoil. It's kind of like, it's weird. It's like a live golf type of thing, but obviously ridiculous. The plot is not, dude, it's not an Oscar-winning plot, but
Neither was the first.
No,
but it was fun.
Yes, it was stupid. Listen, and I say this as a Sandler fan. I don't like everything. In fact, honestly, Adam Sandler to me is like the Pearl Jam of actors and comedy, in the sense that he's one of the all-time greats as far as making funny movies, but he puts out such a volume of work that a lot of it just, if not maybe the majority, you could argue isn't great, but is fine. But then it's the ones that he hits that are just these classic movies. And
his good movies. Do you like his good movies where he's an actor?
No, well, first off, the one Sandler movie I haven't seen that everybody tells me to see is Uncut Gems, in which apparently, he did a great job. But that's the thing about him, dude. He's not Daniel Day-Lewis. And he is very clear that he is not Daniel Day-Lewis, that he is a doofus that has a couple of friends that are doofuses, and they write doofusy shows.
That's your opinion.
I think he's a very good actor.
I don't disagree, because I think comedians have to be very good actors, which is why you see so many make that switch. But I think I don't understand, and again, it's their opinion. That's fine. I don't understand the people that like, here, let me go to the text line. I saw one. I watched Happy Gilmore 2 last night, and I'm nominating it for the worst movie I've ever seen. Complete trash burger. That's from Jeff. Trash burger, by the way, pretty good. And I'm like, what were you looking for? It's a stupid movie with stupid jokes and stupid.
10 for you?
I loved it. I loved the whole thing. There wasn't a part of it I didn't love, dude. I love the callbacks. I love the cameos. I love the stupid humor in the whole thing.
You're also the person, though, that wants every movie to end with the Fast Times at Ridgemont High credits, where it says how everyone's life ended up.
Wrapped up in the end,
like
all wrapped, no loose ends, wrapped up. The thing was done, and there's no second guessing. And for me, it's like, I just don't get what people are looking. It's Happy Gilmore. It's not Citizen Kane 2 or Godfather 2. It's Happy Gilmore is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it's stupid. It is a hockey play, a guy who can't even make a hockey team, who runs up and smashes a ball and puts with a hockey stick, and has a coach with a hand that got bit by a crocodile and falls in love and gets with the hot PGA assistant girl, and on and on and on, and who gets in a brawl with Bob Barker. Rest in peace.
Spoiler.
I'm talking about the first one.
I know. Still,
he hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Does it leave the door open for a third?
I mean, I don't even know. I would say this. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he didn't. Okay, spoiler. He didn't die. So, like, I guess it did. But I don't know. Did 1 leave the door open for 2? I mean, it left the door open for 3 as much as, other than the fact that he's older. But,
Unhappy Gilmore.
I'm sure there are other examples, things that could happen for him. I mean, hell, Rocky probably should have stopped after 4, and they made like 30 more.
He wouldn't have gotten Creed.
Say that again.
You wouldn't have gotten Creed, though.
No, right, and I don't think we're going to get anything Creed-esque out of Happy Gilmore, but it was again. If you go into this movie looking for like this revelatory, comedic, amazing show, you're gonna be disappointed. The acting is stupid. The plot is stupid. The jokes are stupid. One of the major stars of this entire movie is John Daly. Like, what are we doing?
Oh, spoiler.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, I threw a tiny one out. Like, but it's classic Sandler. And if you like classic, stupid Sandler movies, you're going to like this one. If you like movies when you've got oh God, I can't even do it. How can I even describe this scene without getting canceled? In Happy Gilmore 1, the scene where it cuts and the lady friend he had over was wearing his hockey jersey and talking to the speakerphone, inquiring if he perhaps would like some breakfast. Nobody saw that joke coming. It was so stupid. It was funny. And Billy Madison, shampoo is better. No, that's stupid. Chris Farley taking his shirt off, $14.90. That is correct. That's stupid. But that's what he is. And it's funny to me. Like, Jason, we don't have enough stupid movies. And I'm not talking about stupid bad. I'm talking about movies that don't take themselves seriously, that know they're stupid. Like, every sports movie these days has to be like, Jason was fighting an ankle being cut off by the mafia, and he had to save his kid from a certain death from baseball to the face. So he hired himself to fight the terrorists and win the battle by racing the vehicle. And only then did he find love. Like, Happy Gilmore 2 is like, yeah, this guy's an idiot, and now he's even more of an idiot, and all his friends are idiots.
We're missing Slapstick, which we're going to get tonight, in Naked Gun, the remake.
That's exactly right. Naked Gun movies are in. That's why I actually think they'll be able to pull it off, because they're stupid. The funniest scene in Naked Gun history is arguably either him leaving his microphone on while taking a leak, or O.J. Simpson, which makes it even funnier, turning into a literal mannequin as he flies off the second deck of Angel Stadium when his wheelchair goes down the stairs. Like,
I would say it's the bloopers.
It was what?
It was the sports bloopers.
I mean, listen.
Big screen at the stadium.
Yes.
19 announcers in the booth.
This is so stupid. And that's the thing. If you're okay with stupid, and then again, the cameos, every time you think you've seen it pushed farther, then somebody else shows up and you're like, wait. And by the way, I guarantee you, play this game if you watch it, maybe the second time, count the cameos. Good luck. I read an article today. There were cameos in there I didn't even realize. I had no idea. I had no idea.
When I'm seeing a movie, I want to look for different people that are in there for 5 seconds.
It is a love letter. It's a love letter. Let me. Here's a semi-spoiler. There are entire families involved in this of actors, of directors, of writers. It is. I mean, I keep saying it's a love letter. That's all it is. It's something nice for happy. It's what Maverick was to Top Gun, which was actually a good movie. What
you're not selling Maverick to me then.
What Picard was to Next Generation fans, on and on and on. Like, look, it's a love letter to the fans of the thing. And if you like the thing, then you should probably like this thing. And if you don't like that thing, then you know what? Honestly, there are many decaffeinated brands on the market that are just as tasty as the real thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'd be very curious to see what you think, Jason.
Okay.
I know what Chris is going to think.
Well, hopefully he'll stay awake through it.
Yeah. I like the kids. I like the sons.
Yes. Well, spoiler alert. You spoiled more.
How?
Because you just gave away that he had kids.
That was like the whole point of the movie.
Jason, did you know he had sons?
No.
Well, there you go. You just spoiled it for Jason.
Okay.
Now he knows. Oh, what next? You're going to tell him how he dies in the end?
I love like the most benign thing. The stuff that you say isn't spoiling it, but
no, I admit it.
Osmond was a huge spoiler.
That's the difference. I said I just kind of spoiled that. I owned it. Now Chris is going to watch it and come back and be like, "Oh, it's not one of their best songs according to their fans." What does that mean? I don't know, but I guarantee you that'll be part of his review. We'll take a break. Well, wow, did that hour already go by? Hey, Chris, the show goes by faster when Jason's here. Did you notice that?
I did.
Yeah. Well, my kids aren't. Oof, that was a long 4 hours. We'll take a break.
Hey, texters, stop spoiling stuff in the text line.
Huh? Oh yeah, yeah, Don't read. Yeah, don't read.
All that.
Yeah, don't read that, dude. Although, wait, Chris, I need you to rule whether this is spoiler or not, okay? Remember the guy in the original movie that would yell at him and go, "Jackass"?
Yeah.
Okay. That's one of the most that's one of the coolest parts of the movie. I feel like that's not a spoiler. Just be alert for it. It's more of a preview. It's like a trailer.
Spoiling it, you're previewing.
Well, it's like a movie trailer. Isn't a movie trailer technically a 1 minute spoiler? Oh, think about that during the break, Einsteins. When we come back, top of the hour to you, Sacramento Kings moves are maybe happening, maybe not. I don't know, but we'll do our best to fill a segment with entertaining topics and analyze things and all that stuff. It's Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Loud. We're right back after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip, if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
You waited a lifetime for this moment. Now it's time to celebrate. The official collection. The Oklahoma City Thunder NBA champions. Available now at NBA Store. A Fanatics experience.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Abriana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hot Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop. KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Did Dave get censored from his comment he made in the last segment?
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
What are the chances he's locked out of something?
Oh,
there he is.
no. I was just testing to see if you guys would be able to handle it.
Nope.
I need to stop saying things like handle it today.
We'll let Dave decided to change up the whole show today.
I did?
Yeah.
How?
This is 3 for Madness.
3 for Madness.
Oh. Did I put that in the wrong spot?
Yeah.
We can switch it for today if you want. I don't know.
Well, we already played it, so
we have to do it.
I did put it in the wrong spot. Hello. You know what? I think I got off track last. Well, see, Jason, when you're gone, what do you want to do? You want to do 3 for Madness right now? That's why you played it, right?
Well, it always starts there. It's already in the system as it starts.
Okay. All right. Well, 3 for Madness question 1. Duh. Jeez.
Would you be in favor of adding Russell Westbrook?
Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah. Sure. Hey, sure. Why not? It would almost certainly be for the MLE. I'm of two minds, guys. I don't really know how. I'm going to explain to you why I'm struggling with this question, because I think it will make sense from an analytical point of view. Just a straight no. They have 700 guards and they don't have a power forward. Go find a power forward or something close to it. I'm still pissed they didn't trade for John Collins. And I'm just saying, just from a straight, like, you want to be the best team you can point of view, I believe they have more need at the 4 than they do at the 1. They got their straight up point guard in Dennis Schroeder, and you can go backup point guard by committee with Monk or Carter or Keon, or there's already way too much going on in the backcourt. And I understand that Scott Perry would almost certainly move somebody if they brought in Westbrook. And look, the long-term play here may be, and I'm not reporting this. I'm just looking at the chessboard, guys, that maybe you can bring in Westbrook because you're moving one of those guards off as part of a deal for Jonathan Kuminga. Well, then, okay, now that still makes a little bit of sense. On the other hand, this is why I have trouble with the answer here. From a, you want the best basketball team possible standpoint? No. From a, I keep saying, I don't really, they're not going to be good next year. I don't care about wins next year. If it was up to me, they'd be clearing all salary off the books that they can, with the exception of Sabonis, unless they got a great deal for him, and focus on playing the young dudes. Play Nate Clifford, play Raynaud, play Ellis, play Keegan Murray, put him in a focal point. That's what I want. So, Jason, on one hand, it's not, I don't think it's a tremendous need. On the other hand, it doesn't matter. Screw it. Go ahead. We're still going to win 40 games.
Yeah, I think that what you said here, they're just the signing in and of itself. If they do that, it just brings up a ton of questions, and that we may not have answers to. I think you addressed most of them, but I'm going to go to one area where I know what you've said, and you're not wrong in it. Whereas, like, technically, Keon and Carter and Monk and Nate Clifford and maybe others can play it. I still think they're light at the position. I don't think it's the number one position that they're light at, but and not in guards in general. I'm talking about point guards. So I think the idea, the concept of Westbrook and Schroeder being here, I think makes that position better. I still think then they've got 1,900 guards, like you said, overall, like combo guards, light in the front court. So I already feel like they need to do another move or two anyway, but this feels like it has to happen if they do this. He's been a winner. He's made some teams better. I think he's a little bit quirky and an enigma at times too. So it's weird. I still think also at the end, it reminds me a little bit, if the Kings were to do it, Dave, of a team that, well, I guess in this case basketball, but if it's football or baseball, it's like sometimes someone is added and you're like, yeah, it's a little bit of a weird move. But by like the trade deadline, that player is then moved for someone else. I think he would be very movable for another team looking to acquire him. I think Schroeder could be the same, and some of the guys they've added, but it doesn't feel like it just totally makes sense in a way that you're going, I see what they're doing here. So the puzzle's not complete. If he does become a King, there's some of it that makes sense, some of it that doesn't, and it just feels like it just leads to a lot more questions for me.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's part of what I think we're going to see with this team, which is they're going to be a bit of a platypus. And how long have we talked about this team being imbalanced, whether it was Fox and Halliburton in the backcourt, or they can't find a small forward, or now they can't find a power forward and they need to play. Whatever, who cares?
Yeah, just one more thought on that. Like,
Yeah.
Obviously by contract, they've signed Schroeder to be the point guard, right? Are you like, if it was truly like Doug Christie, if they signed Westbrook today and Doug Christie and Scott Perry said, no, that position is open, are you 100% sure that Schroeder would get that over Westbrook for getting contracts? Like if we just said, no, I mean, and maybe a ton of people I thought, of course, but like Westbrook's had the much better career. I'm not saying they're the same player now, but Westbrook's, been a much better player.
I can't be 100% sure about any of it. But to the spirit of your question, I have to think that part of him signing Dennis Schroeder and getting Schroeder to come here was letting him know that he was signing him to be the starting point guard. I would assume that was part of the conversation in recruiting him. That being said, it's a dangerous game. It's one thing if you're trying to get Jaylen Brown to sign here and you're saying you're going to be our starting two. Well, duh. Yeah. But it's a dangerous game when you're talking to play. Then that opens up the question. Well, how many other NBA teams would Dennis Schroeder be starting for?
Right.
But how many other NBA teams would Russell Westbrook
exactly
be starting for? Maybe it's a by committee thing. I don't know, but I can see what Scott Perry. I understand his philosophy here, which is we have to change the culture. So we're going to bring in culture setters. You got a first ballot Hall of Famer that a lot of these guys grew up worshiping. You got a guy in Dennis Schroeder that's not going to take any crap, or the coach that's not going to take any crap. And so maybe for guys, look, Zach LaVine, and whereas DeMar DeRozan is 100% a good example to follow, not that LaVine isn't, they don't seem very rah-rah in your face, hold you accountable on the bench in a timeout type of dudes. And to be honest, neither is Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand what he's trying to do culture-wise. I just, where's this text here? Dave, you're hilarious. Watch them be decent and good without the drama of last year. Remember this day, because I'm going to come at you when they are. They have too much talent to be super bad. I don't think I've ever once said they're going to be super bad. I think I've very consistently said they're going to flirt with 500 plus or minus a couple of games, that their ceiling is mid to high 40s. And I think their floor, at least as constructed now, is probably mid 30s to, it's almost like the Happy Gilmore conversation. I don't want to beat this into the ground because we have this every few weeks, it seems. But what some people just, you want to believe, and you want to, and anything else is negative or Debbie Downer. It's like, brother, if you think that way, I would like to start by seeing you. Why don't you send me on Twitter? Send me your betting slip for the over on wins this year with a good amount of money put in that slip. Because it's one thing to be like, I think they're gonna. It's another thing to look at this team and go, yeah, we talked about it, Jason. There is a lot of talent on this team individually, but the combination of this talent is completely imbalanced. And I don't think Westbrook really changes that much.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to think, at where we were feeling at this point last year versus this year. And really the difference, to the core is Fox, right? If they start the year with this being the team, there's Sabonis would likely start, DeRozan, Keegan Murray. Those were 3/5 of the starters last year, LaVine instead of Fox, and then Schroeder. But so it's not drastically different. I think the difference is, though, we also saw the team kind of be mid last year, right? They were fighting for the play-in and lost at home, so it wasn't like the team thrived last year.
And that was with Fox, and Fox is a better player than Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is a very good player. De'Aaron Fox is a better player, and this team was mid with Fox last year. Yeah. Now they've.
And they had other stuff happen, but still.
Sure. But the bulk of the team that they had that other stuff happen with is here still.
And I think even while last year was going on, we thought maybe the team could have been a little better, but no one was going, we're talking 3 to 5 wins more, maybe not, 10 to 12 and like, hey, they should have been a 2 seed. It was like, nah, maybe they could have been 6, right? Maybe.
Yeah. And I'd like to think there's going to be a breath of fresh air with Doug Christie. But again, I say this with all love and respect for Doug, who not only do I worship as a Kings player, not only do I respect him as to what he's given back to the team, but also I love him as a human. But we got to call balls and strikes. And I've asked this many times. Are there any other NBA teams Doug Christie would have been hired as the head coach? There's a lot of flyers being taken. By the way, Doug Christie might be the second coming of Red Auerbach or Greg Popovich or Casey Jones. I don't know, but there's if you don't think that this team is in the cycle of transition, and the only thing that's a mystery to me is, are they going to stretch this transition out by trying to hold on to be relevant in the play-in, or are they really, truly going to do some short-term pain for long-term gain things? It's not a matter of being negative. It's not a matter of being a Debbie Downer. I'd love to be wrong, but we've had this conversation at the beginning of damn near every season, but the Bean team here, Jason.
Yeah, and I feel like of that possibilities that they're always going to try to be relevant, but as a byproduct, they might not be. I don't think that's the plan. But injuries or just talent's not meshing or whatever. And it's like, hey, all of a sudden it's a 30-win team as opposed to 38 to 42 to 44. And wow, that was a rougher year than people had expected. But I don't think that's my observations of it doesn't feel like that's anybody's plan.
Well, and we're not, and we also have to remind ourselves that we're not talking about the Kings in a vacuum. The Thunder are the champions. The Rockets are going to be better. The Lakers are going to have a full year with Doncic. The Nuggets have added some players, and they've made a major trade. The Clippers have acquired 2 major players. The Timberwolves have made the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Who the hell knows with the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Mavs, who will now have their people healthy, plus Cooper Flagg. And the San Antonio Spurs, as of right now, are picked to finish ahead. The Kings are going to be in this battle with most likely the Suns, the Blazers, the Pelicans, and the Jazz. Mm-hmm. And obviously, this, and I don't want to be silly here. There's going to be injuries, whether it's to the Kings or other teams. There will be a team that we think is a lock for the Western Conference playoffs that will not make it. But maybe I'm in the minority here. This Kings team doesn't strike me as the team that's like, oh, I didn't expect these young guys to do well. Look at them. We'll see. Maybe not. But that's what we have a full season for, of which I'm sure I'm going to be a completely tolerable person to listen to. Question 2, please.
Question 2.
This Friday is a Hall of Fame game. Are you ready?
I'm the same ready I am every year. I'm so damn hungry for the NFL that I am so freaking ready to watch the Lions and Chargers go at it for some real football with Dan Campbell versus Jim Harbaugh, and here we go, Canton, Ohio, baby, and all that. And then it'll happen. The game will happen, and I'll watch like 10 minutes, be like, okay, that's not fun, whatever. But I'm ready for some football, Jason.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. I mean, I think every year I get this, and I'm trying to temper that this year. I do love football. I like it. But like when we get to preseason and you see that premise right there of Chargers, Lions, Hall of Fame game, and he's like, oh, Justin Herbert played 1 series and had 3 handoffs. Okay. Right. That's not what I was looking for. Or the Lions offense, what are they going to look like this year? Is Goff going to have the same? We didn't learn anything in that 1 series, or he didn't even play, or whatever it is. But it just, to me, what it means is we're getting that much closer to fantasy drafts, to the week 1, and just everybody's kind of Sunday and football weekly traditions that they do. And so that's all the stuff that I'm really, really looking forward to. It just means we're getting closer. But yeah, to have football the last day of Thursday night, and then in soon after that, the rest of the preseason going, we're closer. But yeah, I'm not that fired up yet.
Do you share the same belief I do that in the end, the pregame
will matter,
the graphics, the music, the feel is going to be as, if not more exciting than anything the game could possibly offer?
Yeah. Yeah, and then the intro, like, all right, here we are. It's football. I see whoever's announcing the game. It's NBC, so whatever they've got, they're going there. Tirico maybe and Collinsworth, and then you just go, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Not what I thought. But, inside of all that is like important position battles and all that stuff. But that's getting into the minutia of stuff that doesn't feel like, normal Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays for the football season.
But what did I see? That last Thursday, it was the last Thursday. Last Thursday is the last Thursday that we don't have football until February.
Oh, that's
right?
Great. That's pretty great.
Doesn't that just, and that's why I always say, it doesn't matter what the sport, if it gets the juices going, it's worth it. Like that right there, it like gave me butterflies when I saw that. Like, oh, we're not there. We still got a long way to go, but I can see the light, Jason, for the first time.
Yeah.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
What does Vegas know, Dave? Lions only favored by 1.
What?
32.5. That's a low.
Come on.
Oh,
come on, Vegas.
Yeah.
What do they know that we don't?
I only bet on the preseason. Everybody like focuses on the Super Bowl. I only bet on preseason NFL.
Number 3, please.
Question 3.
How excited are you for the Naked Gun reboot this week?
I'm very excited, but I'm sad that I won't be there with you guys. But Jason, come on. We've been waiting on this.
Well, I've had my visual on this movie for a long time, and the visual isn't necessarily about the movie, though I'm a big fan of Naked Gun, and I think Leslie Nielsen, what I've seen of him, not in this, but in other things where he plays that straight, silly, but not trying to be silly, like he's funny to me. But my visual, Dave, is sitting in the theater tonight. I'm going to go with Sean on my left, Chris on my right.
Here I am stuck in the mid. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm good. Like the movie might be a 3, but I'm going to have a good time because there's going to be something that tickles both of them. And I don't even know if it's funny, but I'm going to be done. I'm going to be laughing at them. So to me, the movie will go, let's just pretend it's a 3, and I don't even know. Right there, it already jumps to like a 7 because of the experience I'm going to have.
You're so right. And that's why I'm so sad I won't be there, because no matter how funny this movie is, you can add by a factor of 50% at least.
Mm-hmm.
It's funnier with 2 of the most notorious cackle laughs.
Yep. One seats.
In the city. 1 seats.
Yeah. And I don't know who would win. Different laughs.
Do you remember that clip? There's a clip that's been floating around online. It was some European show, I think.
Yes.
Oh. And they grabbed the people with the funniest laughs and they put them all in the same room.
Every time.
That's what and that's what I think it's going to be like, is not only are you going to have the movie that's funny, but then they're going to start laughing at the movie and then each other's laughs, and then you'll be laughing at their laughs. It's just going to be a giant laughable jerk.
And I hope that I hear enough of the content of the movie. But I would say, like, if you are rating them, they're both 1 seeds. But I think Chris's laugh is so strong that he would probably be the favorite. But Sean's sneaky. So Sean's got a sneaky, funny laugh.
Sean, well, they're different because Chris's laugh is like a bullwhip across your face. It's a cackle heard around the world, and you laugh at it as much as with it. Not that I'm not saying Chris is a clown.
No,
I'm not saying he isn't though. But then Sean is just that Barney Rubble. And that's the thing, Jason. If they were the same type of laugh, they'd blend in.
Right.
But you're going to have in stereo 2 first ballot Hall of Fame laughs.
Yes.
I'll say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Well, Sean, he has the sneaky thing of like making this comment like in the middle of his laugh. Like he'll start laughing and he'll make a comment, which makes it even funnier.
Uh-huh.
You're so right. Plus, he tickles you.
Yes. And you want to tickle him.
100%. Who says I don't? That's why I always cut a hole in the bottom of the popcorn bowl so that I could reach through and I could tickle him right in the sides. That's where he's ticklish the most, right on the hips. It's all the hips, baby.
Weird that he puts his popcorn there.
Yeah.
No, I don't understand it. It's like I have to cut a hole in the sides of the popcorn, which is weirdly, but also it's great to steal popcorn from him too.
Yes, it is. I hope it's good. I think it's going to be. I don't know the last time I saw a premiere. So this is the premiere, Chris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So this Friday?
Yes.
All right.
And we will see it this Monday.
One of the first.
You guys got some connections, dude.
It's good to know, Chris.
I use your name, Dave.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I said the people of the Carmichael Dave Show.
People got to know.
You're gonna have you're gonna have to tell me, like, hopefully I hope they have like 3 seats that are like cordoned off with like your names on reserved.
That would be great.
Jason, Chris, and Sean.
And then I'll move the stickers over so to make sure I'm in the middle.
Will you guys, I know we got a break here. Will you guys be getting your own, obviously drinks and stuff? Will there be any sharing of anything? Like, will you get a giant popcorn and split it with refills? Will everybody have their own stuff?
We haven't planned. I don't know, but M&Ms are going in if I'm getting popcorn.
I was going to say, I think the play would normally be the giant tub of all you can eat popcorn.
Yeah.
And Jason, you're in the middle. So everyone's just kind of eating off of your corn. But if you're going to, maybe some people want more, but I know if I was there, I'm just being honest with you. None of you are touching my popcorn. I'm holding on to that with dear life.
Get their own.
Extra butter.
Yes.
Aaron wants to know who's most likely to check their phone mid-movie. Honestly, I don't know if any of you guys will.
Oh, I'm a very big stickler on movie etiquette,
which is
like, don't look at your phone.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think I ever will. Mine will be on silent or vibrate. So if it's like multiple like texts or something, I might just like, what is this? Because I don't get that many. So I'm like, otherwise it'd be, I don't know.
Yeah, I step out of the, if I'm expecting, like I'm getting a call or that, I might check it real quick and then I am immediately out the door.
From the 916, Chris has a laugh like the Weasel guy and Billy Madison. That's not a terrible take. Other than Bradley Whitford and Billy Madison, the guy who's trying to steal the company.
Yeah.
Remember when he's like,
that's mine?
That's what that guy's saying yours is. I don't necessarily agree with that. What I'm saying is the actor is.
You don't agree. Gotcha.
No, the actor's name is Bradley Whitford. He played Josh Lyman on The West Wing, which is to this day one of Chris's favorite shows. We'll take a break when we return. All right. Kings moves. Johnny Kuminga, Russell Westbrook, and a very controversial thought as to what move would you make to get one of those guys. We'll just kind of go over that because it is summer. We will do that before we get to the big weekend for Nick Kurtz and so much more coming up right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Save $12,000 off MSRP. Every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter at Maida's Elk Grove Chevy after all rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. Plus $12,000 off new Silverado exclusively at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work truck. Must trade in 2011 Chevy car or truck. Not available with special financing, leasing, some other offer.
Great, great deal at Maida.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and vocal.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
During the break, I got me a knife.
A knife?
And an apple. Knife and an apple.
Nice.
That was just... They do something out here in New York at these offices that I feel like every office should do. They always have a bowl of fruit. They have a little budget for a bowl of fruit every week. Somebody from the office, I guess the Cindy Jordan, if you will, out here, the person that runs the show, they go out and they get and listen, man, we're not talking like 5-star fruit. We're not talking seedless grapes or mangoes. Or what? We're talking, oranges, apples, and bananas. I think we should all. I think we should all have access to fruit at work
and a hot plate. And
yeah. What?
And biscuits and gravy.
Honestly, there should be. Okay, Jason. If I was Jonathan Bonneville,
John Bon Bonneville.
John Bon Bonneville. I think you could do this. I would actually have a biscuits and gravy station where it's just filled with biscuits, right? It's just like, think about it. Like there's a biscuit warmer and then you know how you pull the lever down and there's soft serve for ice cream. You pull the lever down and there's hot gravy.
Gross.
Just hot gravy that just drops all over the biscuits.
I think you would abuse that and you'd put your mouth under that.
I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't do that because it's a public thing.
Yeah, but you wouldn't put your mouth on it. It would you'd catch it.
You mean just yeah. That's probably right.
Like that.
I would. I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you what I would do that would gross everybody out, but I would do it is I wouldn't put the gravy on the biscuits. What are you saying to Chris right now?
Nothing.
I know. I have a bad feeling. I know exactly what you're saying, and don't do it.
Okay. I was telling him I really like his laugh.
Okay, because I was thinking of memes and Photoshop.
He's not either.
I would actually. Okay, we have to move on, but real quick, do you guys have any idea where I'm going with this as to how I would do it?
No.
You want? Okay, I would take the biscuits, and I would not separate them. I would just take a whole buttermilk biscuit together. I'd maybe take a couple, and then here's the pro move, dude. I would fill a mug of gravy, And then I would just simply take a bite of the biscuit. I would take a sip of the gravy, chew, swallow, clean, simple, easy, and you don't have to open the biscuit and get it cooled down.
Okay. I see that. Taste the biscuit.
It's efficient.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of biscuits.
Fruit. Oh, yeah.
No, sorry. Yeah, see, somebody already guessed from the 209. I'd fill a Yeti bottle of gravy. Honestly, a thermos of gravy isn't the worst idea I've ever thought of.
No.
Or heard of. Bringing in a guy like Russell Westbrook, now that would be all gravy, some would say, adding a Hall of Famer. See what I did there, and a culture. I don't know. Can I ask you guys this? Is Russ Westbrook is he a culture changer?
Some might say for the negative, wouldn't some?
Yeah, I think some would. Like, I'm not saying he is.
Yeah, I'm not either, but some might.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I don't know. I know I've never heard of Russell Westbrook not playing hard.
No, that's 100% is one of his probably his greatest attributes.
I don't know. I mean, if it's Russ Westbrook looking to finish out his career and get his and be super relevant. I don't know why Russ would come here, to be honest, unless nobody else. I mean this with respect. You have to respect his career, but I don't know why he'd come here, unless it's just there's nothing else there.
Yeah,
unless,
and if you're doing, it doesn't mean it's this way, Dave. But like when you're talking about, and I think everything that Scott Perry has said, he's got his 6 criteria of the type of players for the culture that he's looking for. But is there anything to the fact that not only Westbrook, if he does become a King, and Schroeder have been on like 6 teams in the last 6 years? I mean, I'm not saying they're bad guys by any means, but a lot of times when Russ went to Washington, the Wizards were probably thinking, okay, we want a guy who's been a great player. He will help our culture, so on and so forth. Then boom, he's a Laker. Then he's a Clipper. Then he's a Nugget. Like, he's not staying on these teams, and the same for Schroeder. And maybe it's also, hey, look, they're nearing the end, contracts and different things. Maybe it's I don't want to say coincidence, but it just seems a little odd that they both have been guys that have changed teams quite a bit.
No, I think that's a valid point. It doesn't mean, as you said, it doesn't mean they're bad people, but let's put it this way. I don't think any player sets out to move 6 times in 7 years or whatever. Right. It's not by their choice. Also, I don't know, dude. I will say, let's not forget that Scott Perry was on the staff that drafted Russell Westbrook and has known him since, he was a kid at UCLA. So and that's what you get with Scott Perry. You get those deep relationships. There's obviously a relationship between the two. And if Scott's pitch is, hey, I'm trying to change a culture here, and I need your leadership. I need your drive. Also, by the way, we're going to give you 15, 16 million a year, and you're going to be, a 45-minute Southwest flight, because that's how he would travel away from your hometown in LA. So you're as close as you can get without, we're not sticking you in Washington or, as you said, or Charlotte or whatever. And I just don't know what the market is for Russ Westbrook right now, if I'm being really honest. How many teams out there either want or can fit a Russ Westbrook into their team?
Yeah, obviously it's pretty low. I mean, he would have been signed already, so I don't think there's a ton. I think some people would welcome him and think he could help, but it's not a long list. And so it gets to an interesting off season of kind of trying to keep it pushing forward, but also, we thought this from the get-go that Scott Perry was going to overhaul this roster, and it's not going to be every single player, but it's starting to slowly happen as far as changing out guys.
Then you have the Jonathan Kuminga stuff, which obviously there's been talks, and we've said before, some of it's been a little overblown and a little gun jumpy. But there's obviously interest from the Kings and Jonathan Kuminga, and I don't blame them. We talked at length when you were gone, Jason, and a little before you left, about the potential of Jonathan Kuminga, how this might be. I'm not saying it is, but this is the type of move a team like the Kings should probably make. Buy low, young, potential, high ceiling. The big thing over the weekend that was reported was that he and or his camp had spoken with Kings brass, and that he was open to the idea of coming here. Right. I don't know if I assume you saw that report or some version of it. So I look, I'm not saying that didn't happen. It probably did, but can I just shockingly play a little devil's advocate here? In what way would it possibly benefit Jonathan Kuminga or his camp if they did have that conversation to say publicly in any way, shape, or form, yeah, we met and I'm not open to the idea.
Right.
He's negotiating for a new contract and perhaps a new play. He needs all the leverage he can get. I'm not saying it's not newsworthy. What I'm saying is I didn't hear that and go, uh-oh. Like, of course he's going to say that.
Things are happening. It's imminent. Right. He should. He has to. He has to leave all things open.
Absolutely. Yeah. All of it has to be open. He's trying to figure out his situation there. So we shall see. We will take a break. When we come back, the big weekend for Nick Kurtz and the Oakland Athletics too. Shouldn't forget that as a team. We'll talk about that right after this.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for three, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Well, by his standards, Lawrence Butler isn't having the kind of season he expected, but still, Lawrence is just 25, and he's only played the equivalent of 2.5 seasons in the minor leagues. And now he's on a pace to become the first Athletic since Coco Crisp back in 2013 to go 20-20, 20 homers and 20 stolen bases. Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. It's how retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And it's how healthcare offices become data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business.
Whitey here, and I want to remind you, not all grills are created equal. The Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers are built different, built better, and built to last, with features other grills can't match, complete with a lifetime warranty. It's a great time to find out for yourself because Napoleon's Pro Summer Blast is on right now. Save up to $400 today on a Napoleon Stainless Steel Pro Grill. Become the envy of your neighborhood. Offer ends July 31st, 2025. Visit your local Green Acres Nursery and Supply and get grilling today on your new Napoleon Prestige Pro Grill. Napoleon Stainless Steel grills, simply the best.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota. This summer comes with a full tank and endless possibilities. Your Toyota's ready for it, and right now, so are the deals. Get a low-cost lease on the all-hybrid 51 MPG 2025 Camry or Dynamic RAV4 and meet the all-new 2025 4Runner. Summer doesn't last forever, and neither do these deals. So hurry into your Toyota dealer and don't miss your chance to roam. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS buyers with premium-rated credit. Offers end date 4/25.
Hey, Daydreamer. Did we catch you thinking about your dreams? With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for them. So let's imagine your biggest dream. Not the easy one, the one behind it. The one you work towards every day and every night. Can you see it? Then we can help you plan for it. Ready to start planning for your dreams? You can at wellsfargo.com/getpremier.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sep Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sep Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sep's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Welcome back. You've got the highlights, Jason. I see you looking at the screen. Any chance there's we could call up anything from Nick Kurtz on Saturday?
By anything?
By anything.
Let's see. Here's what I can call up. And
I'm putting you on the spot.
You are. No, it's funny. I was just talking about this with Chris during the break. So I'm going to play you this from Nick Kurtz.
Alexander delivers the bits. That's one line drive down the right field line. Base hit going in the corner. Into scores Urshela. Schumann to third base. They're going to wave him home. Here comes the relay and the throw to the plate to try to Max Schumann on one hop. The slide. He is out at the plate.
Well, that was a Kurtz hit, but that was from Saturday, the Friday night game where he went 6 for 6. Our service did not send us those highlights.
We've got no highlights of any sort from Friday.
Really? Did they not realize the game Nick Kurtz had?
Rookie ever to hit 4 home runs in a game.
I mean, and what's so crazy is we talked about it earlier. Is it the greatest offensive game of all time? That's a great conversation. By the way, guys, let me know. Can you hear this? Could you hear that? Nope. Well, I can hear it. Hold on. Let me try again. Nothing. You're not hearing anything?
Nope. Besides you.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I was playing it through my I can hear it in my ears. Well, what you didn't hear
of Nick Kurtz?
Yeah, it was great. Well, it was all of his hits. There's a nice thing I found on Twitter of all of his stuff. Anyway, it was really neat. You should check it out. That he got all these hits. That was pretty fun. And I don't know, you say like out of the blue. I mean, I guess something like that is out of the blue. And I don't mean that like Nick Kurtz is a huge prospect, like literally and physically. He's a huge prospect. But no one expected that at all, dude. At all.
I mean, just to see the line score, first and foremost, 6 at-bats in a game is rare. But then next to it, 6 runs, 6 hits, 8 RBI, 4 home runs, took his average up to 305 by going 6 for 6. Took his RBI total to 59, which remember he got called up during the year. Now his home run totals at 23. I mean, he's actually put together a massive year already.
And this is a year where they've already got Jacob Wilson, who is your predominant or your presumptive, rookie of the year. And it may turn out, we talked about this before. What was it? It was McGuire, Canseco, Walt Weiss back to back. It may turn out in a weird way. I don't know if they'll do that, but where the first and second place guys, I mean, Nick, obviously if Nick Kurtz keeps doing this, he's winning that award and more.
Yes.
But just and this hasn't even been a full season for the kid.
It's been incredible. And by the way, Dave, you asked for it, and Chris is the man. He's got what you were looking for. So you want to hear just a little sample of what Friday night was like for Nick Kurtz.
If you're going to buy your California Ford dealer, there's 1 knock, 1 homer. 2 knocks, 2 homers. We're not done yet. We're just getting started. 3 knocks, 3 homers. Well, let's spray it around a little, huh? All right. 4 knocks, 4 homers. Folks, there's 2 more hits to come. 6 for 6, 8 RBI, 6 runs scored.
The other thing I was just thinking about with that, Dave, he's just getting started in his career, right? And I think everybody's chasing, individual things, World Series championships, all that kind of stuff. I think it's safe to say he will never have a better baseball game. And to know that already at this early into his career, that's what could he be chasing? He can't pass that.
It's all downhill from here. He should just retire.
Yeah.
Just walk off. By the way, I would like to. So that was the game Saturday. Now, Sunday or Friday. Sorry.
Yeah, Friday.
Sunday, he had the day off. I believe this was Sunday's game. Lawrence Butler hit a home run. Why do we care if Lawrence Butler hit a home run other than, hey, isn't that neat that Lawrence Butler hit a home run? I completely understand that. In fact, it was Saturday's game. Doesn't matter. Anyways, Chris Carey lost the ball, and his call reflected the fact that he completely lost the ball. And of course, people dunked on him left and right, top and bottom.
Okay.
And in fact, I believe his call was, and I'm just reading it, was high in the air, deep to right. That ball is foul. And then he found it and said, or gone. You know, it was a goofy call. You do play-by-play. Things happen. Angles happen. Whatever. So awful announcing is one of they didn't really dunk on him. They just said, A's broadcaster Chris Carey may have had a bit of trouble seeing this one off the bat of Lawrence Butler. And then they played the clip, and then everybody else dunked on him in the comments. Chris tweeted out, and I'm quoting now, totally lost it in the lights. No excuses. Unfair to Butler and our fans that I messed it up as badly as I did. This is completely and totally on me. Wish I could have it back, but that's baseball. I apologize, and I'll be better tomorrow. I already loved Chris Carey, but I really would love to try to get him on the show, which I wanted, we've wanted to anyways. Whoever there, I think it's you. I don't know, whoever's talking to the A's, see if I think it'd be great to bring him on, because that's such a, sometimes sports can teach us lessons. And like, he obviously didn't want to not make the call. It was an honest to God mistake, but for him to come out like that with kind of a sense of humor and laugh at himself and apologize and own up to it. And like, I just wish everybody was like that in this world. People make mistakes all the time. And I think kids especially need to see that even the best of the adults, a guy who is from a freaking dynasty family and who has a long career ahead of him, he made a mistake, and doesn't sound like it wasn't like he was distracted watching hockey highlights. He lost it in the freaking lights, and he owned up to it, and he apologized, and he didn't even have to. I don't know, other than the Nick Kurtz game, that might have been my favorite moment in baseball over the weekend.
Yeah, and I guess it's no different than an athlete, like, makes an error, misses a free throw, throws an interception. Like, it's all very public, and we all see it. And then, of course, everybody on Twitter, what a bum, they're an idiot, they suck, whatever. Well, a lot of times in your job, you don't get called out like that. So for awful and out, I mean, again, I don't think it was they were just pointing out what he said, but then everyone else to dunk on him, like you said, I could tell you he was killing himself for that. Like, it just, like you said, nobody wants to have the wrong call. That's not the goal, the objective. So good for him to kind of attack it right on and say, yeah, it was all on me.
And I understand that sports isn't real life, and I understand he has a dream job, and he'd be the first to say that he has a dream job. But like, imagine Bill in accounting didn't carry the 3, and it was a total accident, and the TPS report came out bad. Imagine that plastered everywhere. Everyone's like, oh, Bill didn't carry the 3. He's trash, just like his company, and and then he comes out and he has to talk to the media, or chooses to. He's like, look, I didn't carry the 3, man. Honestly, it was a calculator error, but that's no excuse, and I'm going to do better at the accounting tomorrow. Okay.
Right.
We're not going to kill the guy.
Exactly.
Anyways, I don't know what it necessarily means for the A's in the short term. I mean, they're still not great. They're still in last place in the West. They're still in last place by 6 games.
Well, they are building something, though. I mean, and it may not feel like, what are they building to what, to who? Will they keep these guys? That's the problem of their history has been, they haven't had trouble finding the prospects. They're having trouble keeping them. And if Kurtz, and he's been the hot prospect in their system, and so now he's up, he's delivering, but is he going to do this for the Cubs, the Yankees, the White Sox, the Dodgers, the Angels, some other team, or is he going to do this in Sacramento or Vegas or wherever the A's end up? That's the question.
Also, they're not the Rockies,
right?
So let's, there's bad, and then there's Rockies. Although, Jason, I did see this number over the weekend. Hopefully I'm not stealing this from Chris. In the last 37 games, the Colorado Rockies have 15 wins.
Okay.
The Chicago White Sox have 15 wins. And with 14 wins, the New York Yankees. Your thoughts? 339-1140. Your thoughts, Jason? You can check the text line, Jason, if you want to text in. 916-339-1140 on the text line, Jason.
Dave.
Has Aaron Judge lost his mojo? Are the Yankees in a free fall? Hey, look, it's like CBS 13's old slogan, dude. I'm just asking questions, getting answers. I don't know I'm not rooting for this.
You know what? I'm gonna have to cut out early today.
You leave it. You're only gonna give us what are you gonna give us? 3 hours today instead of 4?
I think so.
Wow, first day back from vacation, you're leaving an hour early.
I've hurt my feelings.
Hey,
thank you for being a pro and staying at least this next hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one more hour, I guess.
Can I be real about something for a second? I just went to look at the stand, dude. Here's how disconnected I am. The Blue Jays have a 5.5 game lead for first place in the AL East.
Dave,
what the hell?
You can stop.
I'm just saying, what in the HE double hockey sticks? Okay, hey, you know what? The Yankees won their last game.
Mason and Avery wouldn't have done this to me.
You would have been
USC student.
Yes.
Right. You'd been filling every segment just ragging on her for USC though. You missed the best moment perhaps of the entire show.
Yes.
Was Mason crashing out on who the longtime voice of the Sacramento Kings was, including us playing Bumpy Booty Out There Brother highlights, and who comes in off the top rope, but firstborn child who does not watch or care about sports. She goes, isn't that Gary Gerald?
Oh,
yeah, dude.
Nice.
But then she had trouble with the USC fight song and saying, oh, wait, is that their song?
Oh, no.
Yeah, if he was already
it's
a
gonna be
ginger
ingrained in her head soon.
It's going to be ingrained. Yeah, I'm already tired of that stupid song. Anyway, we'll take a break. Wow, is the show half over already?
It is.
My goodness gracious. Well, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, hey, speaking of baseball, 5 were added to the Hall of Fame yesterday, and a few of these we saw play live. We got some comments on those and some questions about the future. We'll get to the weekend roundup as well. Before we get to what's hot, what's not, a little more Kings. We got so much more for you in the second half. We'll take a break. We will come back with all of that. Jason Ross back in studio with Chris Verlot. I'm Carmichael Dave. We'll be back after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Fidium Fiber.
I'm meteorologist Kelly Curran in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Lots of sunshine throughout the day today and a little warmer. Temperatures will be topping out in the low 90s with winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA app.
It's about time they
fix that pothole.
Invented better windshield wipers.
made an internet that just works. Fidium Fiber Internet, starting at only $30 a month. It feels like Fidium. Offer available to residential customers only. Terms and conditions apply. See Fidium.com for details.
It's back to school season, and Clorox is donating 2 million disinfecting wipes to classrooms across America. Because back to school means things can get a little bit messy. Just ask second grade teacher Mr. Torres.
Put me and just one Clorox wipe on a team? We can take on crayon smudges, sticky fingerprints on every surface, sneezes on the door handle, juice box explosion by the sink, snack crumbs, and don't even get me started on the bathroom passes.
Clorox disinfecting wipes. Teacher's #1 wipe.
Think about it. Bathroom passes.
Clean feels good. Based on unit sales data.
Aloha! Dreaming of sandy beaches and ocean breezes? JTV's Tropical Treasure Sweepstakes could make that dream come true. Enter for your chance to win a fabulous Hawaiian getaway for two with luxury accommodations, airfare, and spending cash. Plus, just for entering, get $30 off your next qualifying JTV purchase of at least $99 when you opt in for emails. Don't miss out. Visit jtv.com/sweeps and enter by August 3rd. JTV, where paradise awaits.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacramento's official home of the 49ers.
San Francisco.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
All right, third hour of the show underway. Jason Ross here in studio. Good to be back. Christopher Laud in his studio, in Chris's palace. Carmichael Dave. Donde está Carmichael Dave? Carmichael Dave, I think, might need a minute or two before he gets connected back with us. He sent us a note during the break. Maybe they were going to be moving some things around in his studios there where he is. So,
hello.
That's where you're searching. Hello. Far and wide, looking for Dave. He will be back here momentarily. But we are rolling right along. Like we said, we have covered quite a few things as far as the A's and Nick Kurtz, his big weekend. We also have the Kings rumors we've been addressing today, whether it's Jonathan Kuminga or, as Dave says, Johnny Kuminga, John Kuminga, Russell Westbrook, and football. The start of football is here this week. Well, camps have been going, training camps. We got the Hall of Fame game coming up on Thursday. Chargers, Lions, preseason game number 1. I wonder if we're going to get to a time where we don't have preseason games. I think it's okay. I don't think we have to have it. I know there's money to be made. Shockingly, the owners want some more money.
I mean, college doesn't have it, and their regular season, their season means way more than the
absolutely
NFL's regular season.
And I think part of the charm of college football to me, Chris, is that, like, so for example, Sac State's about 5 weeks away. Yeah, man, 5 weeks away from their first game. New coach, a ton of new players. There's some hype. There's some uncertainty. I honestly, this year, probably more than any of the 7 years I've done this, I have no idea what that first game is going to look like. Sac State's going to South Dakota State. It's a really good program. They've been good. They've been national champions in the last couple of years, or one of the finalists. And Sac State's got a bunch of new studs that have come in. But in game 1, are they great? Are they overhyped? Are they underhyped? Is this offense going to be something that no one else can handle? Is it too soon? Is there continuity? Lack of continuity? I mean, it's just so imagine the NFL if you did the same thing where, I know they're getting reps during camp and a little bit during the preseason. And I think we've got our ideas of who we think are good. But if game 1 of the NFL season was what we just said, Chargers and Lions on Thursday night to open the season as opposed to open the preseason, I mean, it's a little bit of a mystery, and I'm okay with that because then it just puts more on it. And then I think there's a little bit of fairness to, like in college football, the committees that, pick the teams to get there at the end. It's like, well, that's what they look like in August or in September, but look at how they're playing now. Now they've gelled, they've had practice, they've had reps. This is the constant flow of a season. I think the only way, Chris, that the owners would ever do that is if they get at least one more regular season game, so we get, all that more money for them. But, I mean, if they got to 18 regular season games, I hope they play 0 preseason.
Yeah. I don't think you can.
Too many guys are getting hurt. And my example every year is like, so I say this feeling like everybody loves football. I'm sure there are people that don't. But the people that do, like I'm under the premonition of, okay, we'll keep using the Chargers-Lions game. And like, oh, that's a week 18 matchup. Winner's going to win their division. Both are going to the playoffs. And we're thinking Herbert versus Goff, cool quarterback matchup. But sometimes by the end of the year, it's like Chase Daniels, and because the quarterbacks are hurt. And because the football season's violent and physical and long and games are played on short terms and Thursdays to Sunday. I mean, it's just, they'll never be able to fix that.
Well, the first game used to be like, I will see the starters for like maybe a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's turned into like, they're not going to play at all.
Yeah,
in the first
Rams
game.
are big with that. They're like, McVay doesn't play his guys at all, like the starters.
Yeah, and then then every team basically doesn't play the first, and then almost just about every team doesn't play any of their starters in the last game. Right. So at this point of like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What is this for?
What I remember it being is like, so there used to be 4 preseason games, which still for some there are. First game, maybe a quarter, like you said. Second game, maybe a series. Third game, they played like a half. For whatever reason, it was like the third game because they had 2 weeks to get ready for the regular season. Fourth game, nobody played. And I say nobody, but nobody that you expect to be in the 2 deep on each offense and defense. So, anyway, football is almost here. And the fact that, they have, to me, like we said earlier with Dave, I think there's an excitement level that football is here. But for me, it's knowing that we're getting closer to real football. And by real football, games that count, games that you have your fantasy drafts for, people that do bet on games, people that have their Sunday traditions of getting up and making their breakfast and spending the day in front of the television. I mean, football has dominated sports television. It just has. Have you been to an NFL game?
I have been to 2 NFL games, but as working, not
Okay.
as a fan.
So Raiders or Niners?
Raiders.
Yeah. So as a worker, did it feel like you were at a big event, or were you just you're focused on what you're working on?
As loud as the Raiders stadium got, it felt like a big event.
Okay.
And I don't even remember who they're playing. And it was when the Raiders were like really bad, but like they were amped.
Have you ever been to a game? So now in any event, and I feel like football is more this than certainly basketball or baseball, because to me, football feels like an event. And I think more people so if you and I were going to the Niners game this weekend and we had Niners tickets. So leaving here, we know we've already got a trek to get there. I feel like, and again, it's not a perfect case by case, but I feel like people would leave at 7 or 8, so it's super early, but I want to get there by 9 or 10, and then we're tailgating. Like whatever we're bringing, we're cooking drinks, whatever that is, and then it leads to the game, and then I don't know if people hang out or then it's like, hey, I got to work tomorrow, whatever. But like that's a day, and so like when you actually walk through the concourse, you get to the seats, you're like, this is what I was here for. More times than not, I've gone to games like I go to the game and I'm there 15 minutes before and I just walk right into the game. Have you been a big like, hey, this is an event, we're tailgating, we're here for 2 hours prior to? Wait, didn't you do that a little bit with the last A's game?
Did that with the A's game. Done that for Notre Dame Stanford.
Okay.
Which
is fun, right?
Yeah.
Kind of makes it like you just knew it's a trek to get over there, but you're making it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't feel like that happens with basketball, with baseball as much.
Well, in soccer in England, it's the same thing too. To where you get there super early. You go to the bars, you hang out with people, and it's like you're getting ready for the event. Oh, Dave wants to talk.
Oh, he does.
Well, the way it's different. Hi, guys. And the way it's different. To your point, Chris, about English soccer is they can't drink in their seats. That's a no.
Oh.
That is a really, really important part of.
Thanks, Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Honestly, I'm naive here. Why?
They had a hooligan problem in the 80s and 90s.
Basically, they got too drunk and beat the hell out of each other.
But even obviously, safety is far more important than.
Yeah.
Hey, financial didn't win here. Money didn't win in that.
Nope. And trust me, it's a big topic between. It's just a different culture over there because safety over all that, but it does cut massively into the profits, number one. And number two, just think about it from a game ops situation. You not only do you basically hit the bars, as Chris said before, then you get in and you hit the concessions and you're double fisting, just trying to get hammered before the match. But then once the match hits, there's no quarters, there's no timeouts, there's no commercial breaks, there's no TV timeouts. And oh, by the way, if you were to even leave to go take a leak, goal. And that's the only goal of the day. And you missed the whole thing.
Sprint up those stairs, go to the bathroom, sprint down to make sure that you don't miss anything. I speak from experience.
The concourses at halftime, you've got this mad rush and everybody's trying to fit in all their beer drinking. Now imagine this. You have X amount of places where people can get beers from the concourse. So they're pre-pouring. There's a race as far as to contactless payment and do we do prepaid tokens? I mean, this is something I've actually been ensconced in over there quite a bit. Is how do you reduce the time from when somebody gets to the concessionaire to when they walk away with their beer? How do you reduce that time? We even we're actually thinking about right now doing some sort of a prepaid token system where people can on off days come in and pre-purchase beer tokens. They have to show their ID and you can only buy X amount at a time, but that way they can literally go up to special concourses that just, here's your token, here's your beer, see you later. And they're pre-poured because you've got to 25,000-30,000 people. Think about it, twice the size darn near of Golden One Center. and you have to give them their beers in a 20-minute time span during halftime before they go back. It's just a completely different presentation and a way for them to consume.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, and you guys with your soccer backgrounds, both of you could probably attest to this, because where it started, Dave, and I know we lost you at the beginning, was I don't know how football has done it. Obviously, it's become it's dominated sports television, but I feel like football has made their games an event. And the example I gave was like, if Chris and I were going to a Niner game today, we probably would leave at like 7, games at 1, trying to get there by like 9, only to get out there and tailgate and cook and drink, whatever it is you want to do. But it's rare that I'm getting there at 12:30 for the 1 o'clock kickoff. And I feel like people make it an event. Kings games, the game is the event, but it's like, I got there at tip-off. I got there 10 minutes before. Like, there's not tailgating for baseball and football or in basketball as much as football is just turned into, if I'm going to the game, that's my whole day is the game. And if that's 2 hours of tailgating and 2 hours post, whatever it is, it's a day.
Well, and it's different, as you know better than anyone, for the NFL and college even, whereas college, it's a rite of passage. You've been to a ton. I've been to one true blue, like prime college football game. And it wasn't even good teams. It was Auburn at Kentucky, right? SEC.
Yeah.
And dude, Lexington, Kentucky, the moment you arrive, it smells like 1,000 barbecue joints all rolled into one. People have those easy up tents. Most of them with the Wildcats logo on it, but some of them have their like family name or the group of tailgaters. They all park in the same spot. They get there 3 hours before game time, 4 hours before game time. They're not just barbecuing burgers and dogs, dude. They're freaking briskets and ribs and shrimp and God knows what else. It's a whole entire event, and then everyone is fed and hammered, and then they go into the stadium and they just keep getting hammered. And you're right. It's a 12 noon tip-off or a kickoff. Really remember, a lot of this is happening at 8, 9 a.m. in the Midwest on a chilly Saturday afternoon. It is absolutely it's not the football game is the center of the event, but it's part of the greater event.
Yeah, and it's still SEC, but I bet Kentucky would rate in all of college football for football, not basketball, football, I don't know, 75th or something in tailgates.
If that.
Yeah.
If that. You go to, I mean, my God, I would love to do. Look, say what you want about who you root for, and I'm an FSU guy, but honestly, I would love to go on an SEC tour. I mean, you're going to get some of that in the Big Ten, Midwest, and all that, but dude, take me to LSU. Take me to Tuscaloosa. Take me to those places and those tailgates. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and and the gem of that too is like we're thinking naturally of like Alabama and Michigan and all that, but it's probably like, I know it's like legendary allegedly at Ole Miss. Maybe it's Iowa, stuff like you don't always think top of mind, but you're just like, that is an unbelievable tailgate scene.
And I wish it was more applicable, in other sports. Like I was always kind of, I know there's probably not a way to do it. The skating rink or whatever that is across from Golden One isn't big enough, but it almost makes you wonder if there's a way that somebody could, just buy a big piece of land within walking distance of Golden One. Because I remember back at Arco, like the Section J tailgaters and so many different places. Like, say what you want about the old Arco, but that was a great place to tailgate. And you're talking 41 home games. You had people out there, you get off work a little bit early, or maybe even 5 o'clock. You get out there 5:30, 6 o'clock. Everybody's drinking Fireball and eating hot dogs, and you go in and watch the Kings, get the hell beat out of them. It's. I'd say it would be bigger over there in England for that stuff, but their food sucks.
Yeah, we have this text. I've had season tickets to the 49ers for over 2 decades. You cannot arrive at a football game at 12:30 p.m. You would not make it in until the second quarter. We arrive at the game at 9 a.m. unless it's a primetime game. So, I mean, they're there that early, 3-4 hours before kick. And, yeah, you're almost there longer before kick than the actual game takes place. But that's just all part of the day, as opposed to, like I said, Kings game. It's like, I got there right at tip-off and left right at the end of the game. And that was a neat little 2.5 hours in and out, and boom. And it's still a great experience, just different experiences.
And somebody else said on the text line, and it's true, is it different because it's a weekend thing? 100,000% easier to do something on a Saturday.
And less
huh?
And less games, I think.
Yeah, you're talking about what, 5 or 6 home games a year, 7 maybe. And I think, look, let's be honest, football has great tailgates, but
yes,
college football are the best tailgates for a number of reasons. The pageantry, the fact that, you're there for 30, 40 years, but more importantly, it's a Saturday. So you go out and you get housed on a Saturday, you watch the game. You've got all day Sunday to recover and watch NFL football.
Right.
Somebody also asked if I will be going to Stanford versus Florida State October 18th. As a matter of fact, I believe I am. The only thing, Jason, I'm worried about here is I just realized this because I've had that circled to take my dad to right there in Palo Alto. But I got to look at this live. Christ. I knew it, dude. Nope, I'm not going.
Because?
Because I will be watching.
Never mind. I know why.
Because I'll be in South Bend, Indiana, Jason.
Oh. If you wear that silly color over there.
You know what, dude? This is what they should show for, speaking of Trojans, this is what they should show for a prophylactic commercial. Not all the other stuff they show. Just be like, be careful and use these, because someday you're going to have to trek halfway across the country to watch your kid play trumpet before Notre Dame USC.
Yeah, but that's an awesome game. Honestly, that's a tailgate you got to be a part of. Notre Dame has a great tailgate.
I'm not saying it won't be
wear
cool.
all your USC stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'll be non-denominational.
Just
okay.
Confusing. Wear UCLA. Wear your UCLA dad shirt.
Just randomly walking through with my dad mug and shirt.
Yeah. They're like, who's this guy?
Why of all the weekend? Literally, it's my daughter's first road trip with the marching band. Why did they have? Why did God have to pick? It's on him or her. Why did they have to pick that weekend when Florida State's playing in Palo Alto?
Did you get that other thing set up? Are you doing that other trip with your dad, or is that not happening?
Yeah, no, I think we're going to double up this year on that. Yeah, for sure. It'll make it. I mean, at this point, who do I choose? Do I choose my little girl making her marching band debut, or do I choose my 82-year-old dad?
Yeah.
He ain't making his debut.
Wait, why is that her first game?
It's her first road trip.
Oh, she's not going on the others?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know yet, Jason.
Okay, but that's a great game to go to. That's awesome.
I hope she goes to the following week. They're in Nebraska. I love that. Oh man, I forgot. I've been to Lincoln when I lived out there. I just remembered I saw Nebraska play UOP.
Oh wow.
I think it was 72-3 or 72-7. And that was the Tommy Frazier, Lawrence Phillips, Tom Osborne, Nebraska team. I think UOP I think there's a wing in the law school named after that game.
Well, of her 5 potential road games, Purdue, Illinois, Notre Dame, Nebraska, Oregon. To me, you got to do either Notre Dame or Oregon.
Definitely doing Notre Dame. If she goes to Purdue, I have to do Purdue because that would be her first one. I was under the impression it was Notre Dame. I would like to do Nebraska. What?
A lot of Indiana.
Yep.
I know. I'd like to do Nebraska, but that's the following week. I know the one I'm.
There's a buy in there.
I know the one I'm definitely going to. Oh, there is a buy in there. You're right. I know the one I'm definitely going to be at though, because we the day after Thanksgiving, we've got to drive her back down because she'd be at practice that night. But then there's some game the next day. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it UCLA?
You're going to the Rose Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm going to the Rose Bowl this year. Dave is going to the Rose Bowl this year. Jason?
Hopefully I'll be with the Hornets in round 1 of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Stingers up. All the way.
I'll tell you what, though. I'll FaceTime you from the game. I'll wear a split jersey for you.
Oh, God. For me?
Yeah, that's worse.
You know what's honestly funny?
Wear a split jersey. That's what you're doing for me.
I'm saying the left side would be my daughter at USC, closest to my heart, and then the right side would be UCLA for you, closest to my right nipple, and that would be, And by the way, that's probably that.
Polite pass on that one from me.
That's probably a situation where I actually would wear a split jersey just because it would piss so many people off, and they all happen to be LA school fans.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't care.
Go down there and wear a split jersey, but have it be Giants and Niners. And get the whole stadium mad at you.
And at the back, it'll say, and on the back, I'll have written like, deal with it, you dirty water stealers.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And like Lakers suck or something.
Lakers suck. It's not the 80, it's 80. That'll be the one that gets them.
Yep.
We'll take a break. When we come back. Hey, Jason, you were joking about leaving at 9, right?
You wearing that split jersey?
When we come back, we got the weekend roundup. All kinds of things happening in the world of sports. We'll get to all that right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Denzel Clark, out with that right adductor strain, is going to be out until late August. Manager Mark Kotze said Clark will probably require a couple weeks from the date of his placement on the IL. Brady Basso, out with that left shoulder strain, is scheduled to throw 20 pitches upcoming in batting practice. He had been pulled off of his rehab assignment in mid-June. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. It's Alan Stiles here. You injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero up front. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com.
I'm Ken Korak with your Green and Gold Report, brought to you by Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Well, by his standards, Lawrence Butler isn't having the kind of season he expected, but still, Lawrence is just 25, and he's only played the equivalent of 2.5 seasons in the minor leagues. And now he's on a pace to become the first athletic since Coco Crisp back in 2013 to go 20-20, 20 homers and 20 stolen bases. Comcast Business helps turn today's small businesses into engines of modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. It's how retailers become seamlessly restocking, cyber-securing must-visit shops. And it's how healthcare offices become data-managing caregivers that we all depend on. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, advanced fiber solutions, and Wi-Fi backup, Comcast Business is powering the engine of modern business.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Low Cash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Plati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
How far do you hit your 7-iron? The answers will tell you which tees to play, according to Josh Sens in Golf Magazine. Deep down, you know you shouldn't be playing from the tips, but it's common for golfers to play from too far back. Aside from higher scores, rounds become a grind and golf becomes much less fun. After several years of research, the USGA unveiled a new data-driven offering to find the proper tees called Best Tees. If you know how far you hit your 7-iron, Best Tees will tell you which tee boxes to play. A typical male golfer should be playing from 6,100 yards and a typical female golfer from 4,400 yards. Most players have a good idea of their 7-iron distance, with average male's distance of 138 yards and average females of 100 yards. Throw out the occasional perfect shot, which travels more than those distances, and concentrate on your average. This will allow you to reach the vicinity of most greens in regulation and let you hit a variety of clubs on approach shots. Leave your ego at home and give it a chance. You'll have more fun. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Every once in a while, I listen to the intro, and it always reminds me when they have those random people that are like, what is it? The one they say about me, Jay, they say, he's got really good sources. And, but then the best part is he just gets right to the point, tells it how it is. In what world have I ever just gotten to the point? Maybe we need to, we should really honestly update those, because I know.
What would it say?
It would say something like, he has no idea what he's talking about and can ramble on like nobody else. Like, we need to get just some random person in the offices downstairs just to say that, like, in the same tone as the other person. It's not like a professional voice person. I don't know how those were constructed. But I will just bet you, and you tell me if you think I'm wrong. I'll bet you in radio, they're like these packages that get sent out to different program directors and imaging people that have like Joe Blow and Jane, a person that say things like, he really knows what he's talking about. I just love, or I can't get enough of that show. It really makes my mornings. And then you just grab these pieces and put them into your imaging, and it
plug and play.
Right. And it makes you think like our Cage to K staff was on the streets near Golden One Center. Hey, what do you think of the show?
I've never heard anything quite like that. They make my day. It's the best thing going in our city.
I don't know how I could start my day without them. Cereal and them, but it never says like us.
Yeah.
So I would actually be all for that if we probably don't have the bits and pieces to it, but we also haven't refreshed the imaging in a while. Maybe let's
have you and I doing it.
Yes, I'll do yours and you. No, would it be funnier if I did yours and you did mine, or if we did our own?
I think if we did our own would be funnier.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah, and then we just have a whole package of them, and we just can reset it and I'll do the imaging for it if you want.
Oh my God, that's so. We should just have a session where we come up with the stupidest, like most cookie cutter. I tuned into them years ago and I broke the dial off.
Yeah, or like for you, you said like, when have I ever gotten to the point? So I think one of yours could be like you're bragging on yourself, but like it just like the voice guy is in between, like, and you're still talking.
Just cuts me off.
Yeah. And now I guess back to the show. I think we should do that.
The problem there though is that I feel like mine would be really easy to make funny because I would have no problems killing myself, but the problem is you have no real weaknesses. So what are we gonna pick on here?
Well, it could just be the generic, like we've been saying, like,
right.
Oh, love those too. That show gets me going. Day.
Now I'm just thinking of Jason things to say. Turns out he did. Oh, I'm trying to think of it. I can't. I'm trying to think of a hair one. I got nothing. Like hair. I'm just. You have no weaknesses, Jason. Even your bald head looks better than me with hair. He's so tan. See, like it sucks. Jason's a really nice guy, and people like him. Well,
wouldn't that be funny though if I said that?
Yes.
See, that's why it'd be good.
Okay, you're absolutely right. Yes. We have to throw it in for Chris too, though.
And then Chris, what would you say about yourself?
Oh no, I got to think about that.
Dave,
that's
what
perfect
to be said.
What? Say that again.
What would you want it to be for Chris?
I like to start arguments just for fun.
Or it should just be me, to be fair.
That's actually, we're going to just
Chris
have the
plot, to be fair.
Well, actually, back to you. Hey, Hall of Fame happened over the weekend. Hey, Jason, how much longer do you think we'd have to do this before we got it? Like, what's that Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame that our guy TC Martin does?
Right. Haven't we done this long enough to at least get votes?
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if it's, can we, he used to work here. Like, could we ask him at some point, like, even if it's have we even made it to the also receiving votes part?
I'm sure we haven't.
Because let's just think this through. If you and I got inducted together into the Sacktown Sports Hall of Fame radio wing,
Sacktown Sports, our own company.
Oh, that's right, huh? Sorry. I think we've already.
We're still waiting to get in that.
I think we might be first ballot Hall of Famers in the Sacktown Sports, specifically, not Sports 1140, but just Sacktown Sports Hall of Fame. We got to be in there. I think if TC did that, think about what he's getting. Not only is he putting two longtime radio hosts in Sacramento in that Hall of Fame, but also we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna plug the event.
Sure.
You might even MC it.
Okay, so I'm looking at 2024 last year had Matt Barnes, James Donaldson, Nick Johnson, Leon Lee, and Jamie Whitmore.
I mean, those are all pretty good.
Yeah, this year Jim Breach, Mike Burton, Virgil Carter, Stan Hack, and Dustin Pedroia.
Okay, can I say something? I think we're better. I think we should be. I'm not going to say who, but I'm saying I think we have had more impact on the Sacramento sports landscape than at least one of those people.
Okay, let's see. I'm looking at the 2025 nominees, and you could vote for 5 only. I don't see any media people.
Have they ever put any media people in?
I don't think so, but I don't know so.
Well, there's always a first.
Right. I mean, you're right. We should go in ahead of Gary Gerald.
Well, okay, all right.
The young people don't even know who Gary Gerald is.
I mean, how is the G-Man not in there?
All right, so G-Man should 100. Okay, G-Man should 100% first ballot first.
Yes.
It should if there is a media wing. So I don't know where the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame is located, but whatever, I'm sure it's a beautiful building, and whatever wing of that is going to be the media, that it should be the Gary Gerald media wing, of course. But who's ahead of us? Gary Gerald, Jerry Reynolds. Let me ask you this: us. Creighton Sanders, R.I.P. Us, Stuart Sato. Us, Bob Hogue. Okay.
Okay, wait, you just said I don't know that name.
Bob Hogue?
Yeah, should I? Wait, why am I blanking?
Let me tell you who Bob Hogue is to me.
Bob Hogue.
Eagle-eared listeners will know this story. I remember one time I had to help my mom scour the downstairs bathroom, and I was like 8, because there was an off chance that Bob Hogue was going to play in the Carmichael Rotary Easter Seals tournament, and we lived right by Ansel Hoffman, and he was going to be coming. He was going to have to go right back to work after, and the thought was he was going to need to come over and take a shower in our downstairs bathroom, and then wear his KCRA gear to the station. And he never showed. And we clean. So ever since, I've had this irrational hatred towards Bob Hogue, former KCRA 3 sports reporter anchor.
Yeah, so he doesn't get in because of that.
You know, it's a tough one, us or Walt Gray. I think Walt might have the edge.
Well, Walt's got such a long, balanced career, sports and news. How about Crandall?
Crandall for sure. Crandall for sure. I can't argue Crandall. But I gotta think even a Sean Cunningham's knocking on the door at some point. I mean, he doesn't get into the big Hall of Fame like us, but there's got to be a closet for them.
Marty McNeil.
Oh, 100%. You're absolutely right. Mark Radler. Yeah,
Aileen.
Ooh, Aileen. What about this one, dude? Whitey Gleason. But here's the thing. Has he had a long enough career in sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he has, huh?
Right. He started here in the 90s.
I think you're forgetting something.
Oh.
Might knock him down a peg. He's got some controversy.
Oh, God, that's right. Screw him. He's not allowed. You're absolutely right, Chris. If you're talking about what I think you're talking about.
Marcos
Berton for sure.
Even though he's been sports.
Yeah, but then he's all Metro or whatever it is. Not Metro, Metro section. Not Marcos is 100%. He is not Metro. Yeah, Whitey's not allowed in because he's the reason the Kings lost the title in 2002.
It's his fault, right?
But I think Whitey and Phantom should be in.
Yeah.
You better do Phantom quick though.
Oh, watch it.
Hey, what about was SL Price here long enough?
Ooh.
Were you here when SL Price? He went on to be a Sports Illustrated guy and all that, but
really? No, I thought I knew his name, but I don't think I knew him from here.
Okay, yeah. SL Price
R-E?
was who?
R.E. Graswich?
Who? If R.E. Graswich ever got elected to the Sacramento Hall of Fame, sports, whatever, you know what? R.E. Graswich, I'll be serious for a second. He's obviously a first ballot Hall of Famer. In the Hall of Douche. Yeah, I said it.
Okay.
I said it. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it 35,000 more times.
Okay.
Do not like him. Never liked him. Not a fan at all, ever.
How do you feel?
You know why? You know why, Jason? Because guess what? You never know who your interns are. So always treat them with respect.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, little 14-year-old Carmichael Dave was someone's intern with his greased back hair and his stupid Hawaiian shirts. Get your own Diet Coke, you D-bag.
Yeah, we got more coming in on the text line. Jim Crandall. How about Grant? Yeah, of course.
Of course. Yep, absolutely.
We got a lot.
You know what? As they always say, Jason, if it's not presents, then make one yourself.
Coase?
Oh, Coase, definitely. I might be biased here, but Coase, definitely. Let's just make our own Sacramento Sports Media Hall of Fame. And then, I got an idea. Since TC slept on this, we make our own Sac Media Sports Hall of Fame. Okay. And then it's like the AFL to his NFL, and then eventually they have to merge. That's how we get in. But the question is, is it weird if we created our own Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame for media, that if we were the first inductees?
I think that's totally normal. No one would think that was odd at all.
Hey, we're celebrating the opening.
We're celebrating us.
Yes. Where would we locate it? The Clown Tunnel.
Did you ever go in there?
I did once. It was
not, obviously.
I didn't enjoy it, and it smelled like tinkle. It did. Yeah. Ted Green? Ooh. I don't know if he was here long enough.
Moke?
Definitely Moke. Oh, we have to break? All right.
Oh.
I'll tell you this much.
I want to get in this Hall of Fame.
We may not be TC Martin Sacramento Hall of Fame, Sports Hall of Fame, but whatever we created, we'll bring it. We'll bring the glitz, the glamour, and the energy right to your front door. Oh, that's a Hall of Fame move right there. Carmichael Dave here to talk to you about my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Hey, listen. Have they been around since 1981? They have. Are they serving the greater Sacramento area beautifully with an A+? The Better Business Bureau since then? Yeah. But guess what else? They are your second opinion partner. What does that mean? I get that all the time from my wife, and I don't want it. But in their case, the second opinion is welcome. If you've worked with another HVAC group before, someone with a fancy commercial or a cool slogan, whatever, all they're saying is, dude, have them make you an offer, and then let American Energy Heating and Air come in and tell you exactly how much they'll do it for. And you know what? Really, really good odds you're going to save money, and you're going to get phenomenal service. Why wouldn't you do that? And by the way, don't tell them what the bid was for. Just let them come in and go, yep, here's what we'll do it. Here's what we'll do it for. And then, by the way, you also have the peace of mind of knowing that you're getting a good price on the deal, because who knows what the hell that stuff costs. Support a local business, too. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy. Making the uncomfortable comfortable. Well, I didn't plan on us talking about that in this last segment. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's hot, what's not, and we'll see if we can catch up on some other stuff. We'll do all that right after this.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! Paul George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, to get 30, to get 20, 20, 20, to get 20, 20, to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month. Sold.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is. Live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Save $12,000 off MSRP every new 2025 Silverado 1500 5.3 liter at Maida's Elk Grove Chevy after all rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. Plus $12,000 off new Silverado exclusively at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Excludes work truck. Must trade in 2011 Chevy Fire truck. Not available with special financing, leasing, some other offers.
Great deal at Maida.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who's hot? Who's hot?
Who's hot?
Cal Raleigh. Over the weekend, he hit his 40th home run. He is the second earliest to reach 40 home runs and 10 stolen bases in Major League Baseball history. The only person that did it faster than him,
Jason Ross.
Ken Griffey Jr. in 1998.
Oh, who'd he play for?
The Mariners.
Hey, Jason, I'm not trying to push my luck with you. I'm just speaking facts. I'm just reporting the news. Did you see over the weekend that Cal Raleigh is now the favorite to win the AL MVP? Your thoughts?
Is he really?
Yeah, he is now. Yeah, he has become the favorite. He has passed Aaron Judge.
Why? Why would he have passed him?
Voter fatigue.
How many home runs?
And 10 stolen bases.
Wow. How does he do it?
Well, he leads off first, and then he waits for the pitch. Oh, you were okay. Also, let me check something here. Nope, the Yankees have a better record, and they're both in second place. I was going to say
the Yankees have lost like 1 million games in a row, and they still have a better record. But yeah.
Yeah, wow.
As you know, when you lose more games in the second half of the season, that's a better job for you to get the MLB MVP.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Jason, which will you be more angry at? If Cal Raleigh won MVP over Aaron Judge, assuming they both have similar remainders of the season, or Nikola Jokic being robbed by Joel Embiid a couple years ago?
Aaron Judge.
Okay, I was just curious. I don't know. I was taking a flyer there.
I was mad about that one.
I was.
Yeah.
I thought you were mad with me.
No, I had a different Hall of Fame speech on that one.
Wow. Well, guess they're going to need to have separate wings for the two of us, aren't they?
Yes. Hey, you know what? You could take these broken wings
and fly and learn to fly
again.
Wait. Oh, I just went two different songs. You were doing Mr.
I was. What were you doing?
Take these broken wings and learn to fly. I was doing the Beatles. Oh, that was Blackbird. Blackbird, dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. I've never heard of the Beatles.
They were the Oasis of the 60s.
Oh, the Beatles Mariners.
Alvin Beatles. Really?
Okay, that was good.
Come on. What? Good luck. We have Seattle and Al Addles. Unless we really want to stretch and call you a Beatle tail. Who's not, other than my jokes?
Yeah.
The San Francisco, I almost said 49ers, the San Francisco Giants.
Oh, yeah,
they
like we don't know.
Scored 15-5 against the Mets, got swept. They have lost their last 3 games in a row, 2 of 8 of their last 10 games.
It's not great.
No.
It's not ideal, guys, if you're trying to do a thing. Speaking of Hall of Fame and the San Francisco Giants, Jason, we saw Ichiro. By the way, also Ichiro, one of the few athletes, one name I mean, we get that his last name's Suzuki, but like, come on, dude. It's Ichiro.
No ma.
I want to hate on that, but yeah. Ooh, that's a good list, man. Who are the Madonna players?
Pele.
Like Pele for sure. Or as my daughter once said, Peel. I mean, she was reading. What do you want? I don't count Michael. Like, come on.
LeBron?
Yeah. How much of it is how good they are, though, and how much of it also is like there's only one LeBron?
Kobe.
Yeah. Again, though, I mean, now we've got a few Kobes, but I'm old enough to remember when people first heard about Kobe Bryant. There were some people like, that's a steak.
Well, who's the worst one name athlete? Because it does feel like you have to be good. Messi.
Well, he's the dirtiest. It's not Cleany. Who's the worst one?
Right? You know what I mean? It feels like you get that because you've accomplished something.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you have a unique name.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like Goose Gossage is in the Hall of Fame, so it's not that. Plus, who else named Goose? Well, other than the guy who died in Top Gun. Mm-hmm. The guy who died in Top Gun and Goose Gossage are the only geese I'm aware of in pop culture.
Mother.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, what the hell is Goose Mother? I gotcha.
No,
hold on. Are we 3/4 of the way through Mount Goosemore?
Yeah, the fourth is gonna be hard.
Goose.
Kyle Ledbetter, Golden.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but what about goose? As in a verb, as in Jason, I like to goose you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
There's that. Golden Goose is a pretty good one. So you have Golden, Mother, Gossage. Top Gun one doesn't count anymore because does anybody know his last name?
Well, in real life, but not on the show.
Yeah, not on the show. It's probably like Goose Jones.
Geeserton.
Goose Geeserton. Goslin?
That's a baby goose. Goslin, Ryan Gosling.
Goslin.
That's a different kind of goose.
No, that baseball player, like in the 1800s or something, 1900s.
Oh, like Tungsten Armo Doyle.
You went to school with him, right, Jason?
I did.
Wow. Here's a good one from Johnny and Connor on the chat. Nene. As far as like the worst one.
Oh, I'm like Goose Nene.
I like the Goose. I like the Nene. No, it's Nene from the Nuggets.
How about Granny Goose?
Those are those generic chips. Are they around anymore?
I don't know.
I don't think they are. That used to be big in the lunch boxes. All right, we got to take our clothes off. Let's go streaking.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing? We're streaking!
All right. Apparently, while I was gone, Dave, you're now on a streak of 2. I'm at 4. Chris is at 3. Dave, you took Willie Adames of the Giants, and on Friday, he got up 4 times, and he got you a hit.
Did Chris tell you while you were gone, I picked Justin Verlander as a one-time only? It was the first inning. He was 0-8, and he got a win with 5 innings of one-hit ball. That's going to be my best called shot of the year.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
First
Appreciate it.
win. I was at 4 trying to get to 5. I took Shohei Ohtani on Friday, and he went 1 for 4. So I'm at 5. And Chris at 3 took Jacob Wilson on the day that Nick Kurtz hit all those home runs. He went 1 for 3. So we're all added to our streak. Dave, you're at 3. I'm at 5. Chris is at 4.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't think I've taken Nick Kurtz.
Okay.
Give me Nick Kurtz.
Wow. And they're playing Cal Raleigh, the MVP favorite today in Sacramento. That bandbox, he must hit 9 homers today.
Hey, now.
I'm going to take Juan Soto.
Juan Soto.
The Mets. Chris?
Well, you just talked about him. Has a ton of home runs. Got to win some sort of award this year. I'm going to go play tonight in Sacramento. Nick? Nope, Cal Raleigh.
Wow. Hey,
runner.
Okay, that last kind of sounded like Bradley Whitford.
See? By the way, I'm a little confused here. Granny Goose was founded in Oakland in 1946. In 1993, they acquired the Laura Scudder brand. Remember Laura Scudder?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I went to school there. But due to intense competition from Frito-Lay and Eagle Snacks, they couldn't make a profit. They were put up for sale in 95, moved their operations to Utah. And I guess apparently they're still produced by Shearer's Foods. And you can get Granny Goose in the Western United States. I can't even get them on Amazon. I already checked, guys. So good luck on finding cheese nibbles.
Yeah. By the way, it's Nick Goose Bradshaw.
Oh, Terry's dad.
Yes.
All right, I got you now. We'll take a break. When we come back, Jason and I are going to have a conversation we have been planning since before he went on vacation. Jason finally has the answer to why the Maloofs ended up selling the team. He's going to – oh, wait. Oh, you're leaving. So now tomorrow I'll get – okay. Well, welcome back, Jason. It was nice knowing you. Now Jason's got a charity golf tournament with our good friend Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, supporting Bobby Lee.
Well, go say hello to him and Greg and all the people out there. I wish I could be there. Have fun. Shoot them straight. We'll expect a full report tomorrow. Chris and I, just like old times, back right after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
Big year. I'm starting middle school.
Welcome to the jungle, Missy.
Best part? My parents promised me a new laptop.
Perfect for homework, essays, and drudgery.
So we went to Staples. They had all the latest tech, and laptops were up to 40% off.
Woo! Another back-to-school budget saved by Staples Easy Button.
Mom high-fived the cashier. So embarrassing.
Staples.
That was easy.
In-store, online, and on the app. In 23 select models only.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Grab the keys to a new Toyota because your next adventure is waiting at your Toyota dealer. Get ready to tear it up and explore this summer like you mean it. Right now, get a low-cost lease on 2025 Tacoma or get $3,000 cash back on 2025 Tundra. Plus, check out the all-new 4Runner. Now's the time for those who know adventure goes off-road. Don't miss these deals. Head to your Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium ready credit. Cashback available through TMNA and cannot be combined with other offers. Offers end 8/4/25.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, inviting you to come join them every Wednesday for their midweek madness drawing, giving away $2,000 in total cash starting at 6 p.m. It's a safe and friendly environment, plenty of well-lit parking available, and it's conveniently located right there in downtown Sacramento. And remember, best food, best service, best games, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Yep. 916-339-1140. Gotta turn the video on, Chris, or is there a problem? 916-339-1140. That is your text line. 1-800-920-1140 if you want to call. Let's see if there's anything worth it on the text line. Ooh, Duck, Duck, Goose in Mount Goosemore. That's pretty good. Not going to lie. Except I found this out when I lived in Nebraska. Apparently in the Midwest, there's two things they do I've never heard of until I got out there. Maybe it's just me. It's duck, duck, gray duck. It's not duck, duck, goose. It's duck, duck, gray duck. And they have something called a golden birthday. Chris, do you know what a golden birthday is? Ever heard that term before? Or is Chris doing something in the studio and I'm on my own here? He's on the phone. I can't see him.
You can't hear me because I wasn't on the screen.
Oh, there you are. Hi, Chris.
I believe that a golden birthday is when you turn the age of the same date you were born.
That is exactly right. Yeah. So it's well done by you. Yeah. So if I was born August 11th, so my 11th birthday was my golden birthday. Unfortunately, it wasn't until I was 19 that I found out that was the case. So I completely missed my golden birthday. What would yours have been, Chris?
My 19th birthday.
Okay, there you go.
And on my 19th birthday, I was refereeing a wrestling match.
Well, who amongst us wasn't? What?
Yeah, I was a wrestling referee for about a year.
I don't think we've explored this neck of the woods with you before. You were a wrestling and when you say wrestling, you mean like fake wrestling, not like actual Greco-Roman.
Yes.
Yeah. Professional.
Yeah.
Professionally fake wrestling. Yes.
Well, it's not fake.
How is it not fake?
If I body slam you, do you not feel it? Did that not happen?
Okay, that's a good point. You read. That's a lot of pressure. Well, really, what is a professional wrestling referee really do other than look the other way and get intimidated by wrestlers?
No, you're part of the match. You're helping the guys. You're communicating with the people from behind the scenes and the people in the ring with each other. You're adding to it.
Did you have a black and white striped referee's jersey?
I did.
Did you have a whistle?
What whistle would I use?
I don't know. I thought all refs had whistles.
When did you ever see a wrestling match with a whistle?
I haven't, but
UFC referees have whistles?
They do.
They do.
In fact, you haven't seen them? They do. They don't bring them out that often. Sometimes
something major happens.
If somebody's holding the cage, if it's a illegal move, they whip it out. The whistle, that is. Anything else worth it on the text line? Happy Gilmore 2 sucked. Okay, well, look, we already did our review. Chris, will you be
going into it? Mm-hmm. If you had an idea of what you thought it was going to be, that I think has a major effect on what's your thoughts on it? Like if you thought like this is going to be the funniest movie ever,
yeah,
you're going to be disappointed. If you're going in like this is going to be absolute garbage, and it's like, oh, you know what? It's not as bad as it thought. I think your thinking really is the effect of how you think of the movie.
I think you nailed it. I think it's part of the reason I've always said, like, I fully believe Top Gun Maverick is a really good movie. I do. But I think I liked it even more because I thought it was going to be atrocious. And it actually was a good movie, which made it into a great movie in my mind. Whereas, dude, I can't tell you the amount of times yesterday. I was having so much fun watching Happy Gilmore 2. And the amount of times I just like I was beaming, I was smiling. It was I just felt good seeing this person or that person or whatever was said or done. And then there were a couple times when I even let out a couple I'm watching it alone in my hotel room. I'm not watching it with a crowd. And there was a couple times I even did a, let's flip and go. And it wasn't necessarily at the, like he made a putt or did whatever. It would be somebody pops up on the screen or something happens I didn't expect. Or
there was someone who did a dance in the first part of the movie that made me like cry laughing.
Somebody that did a dance
when he was just starting to get back into golf. Like it was so unexpected, and the person doing it, I was just like, "Whoa!"
There are, again, we don't want to spoil any of it, but there are just so many moments where people that you wouldn't. And by the way, seriously, everybody is in this. There are so many people making cameos in this movie that there are some people I was just like, "Wait, what? Them?" I thought I was the only one that knew them. Like, here's one you won't care about. Here's technically a spoiler that I don't think anybody's going to care about. What is the other guy's name on that podcast with Bobby Lee, the redheaded guy? You and I look at those clips all the time. It's called like
on Dave.
Huh?
Andrew Santino. Thank you.
Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee are in it a couple times. And I'm like, I just thought those were the guys I look at on Facebook shorts that my algorithm rhythm now is set to them. And I probably watch like 4 clips of theirs a day. I don't think I've ever, in fact, I know I've never watched the show in its entirety. And they're in it. I'm going, so I guarantee you there were people in it that I don't even know. Let's see. You just sent me what? You just sent me, who is this?
The dance scene that I was talking about that made me laugh.
Oh. Well, even this guy who I don't know, his review, I had pretty standard expectations for Happy Gilmore 2, but it might have over-delivered. Just that classic fun, same type of super silly comedy, just brought to 2025. That is actually exactly right. I see these people like, oh, it was just so stupid. And I go, well, somebody said in my Facebook comments, they said it perfectly. They said, anybody who was around for the original that hates this one needs to go back and watch the movie Hook because they grew up. I actually think that's a really, really good point. Like, just go back to where you were back when you watched Happy Gilmore 1. I think you'll enjoy it a little bit more. How could you guys
nowadays is people when they talk about something? I said this when I saw Superman. Is everyone's got to say like, "Oh, this is the greatest thing ever," and if it's not, "Oh, this is the worst thing of all time." And it's just like it's okay for something to just be like good and not great, and it's okay for something to be fine, and it doesn't mean it's like the worst thing that has ever been made of all time. Just like calm down, everybody.
That is what time does to us, Chris. Time creates these. It makes good things classic. And I got to tell you, growing up, I'm going to give you a really quick list of movies that actually are just fine. Okay. They're not great. They're good. They're what they are that I loved growing up. Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell, Major League, Youngblood with Rob Lowe and Patrick Swayze. 90% of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies in his prime, including Bloodsport, Time Cop. Well, okay, Time Cop was weird. Lionheart. It's like I go back and I think of these movies, right? These are classics. These are rewatchables. These are movies that help make up my childhood and teenage years, right? But you know what? They're not great movies. None of them nominated for an Oscar. None of them even in the also receiving votes for an Oscar. None of them even would sniff an Oscar. Not that that's the line of demarcation. They were just good, easy, watchable movies. Does anybody think the movie Major League, which I consider a classic, I consider Major League a bona fide classic. Chris likes the second one more, whatever. It was not, this was not the height of cinema. What are we doing here with our grades? Aaron mentioned The Princess Bride. That was in my opinion, that was a near perfect movie. That was a great movie.
And here's the thing too, it depends on when you see these movies, because I didn't see Princess Bride until I was in high school. It's fine.
Right.
But like, I wasn't like an 8-year-old that saw this like, oh man, this is amazing.
I think you're absolutely right. I think there's movies out today that I see my kids love, and I probably would have loved them too when I was their age watching it. Like here's one. I think if The Never-Ending Story came out today, I'd be like, okay, I'd like watch my kids watching it. I'd be like, I mean, I guess it's fine. Like every movie I see them watching is like How to Train Your Dragon's Minion or whatever, and it's fine. But I'll bet you if I watch them growing up when I was their age, that's what happens. What is it? Never-Ending Story, dude. I was like 7 years old, and that freaking movie was cinema. Like that movie was the Never-Ending Story was the end all be all of like fantasy movies for me at the time. That movie blew my freaking socks off, dude. Loved that movie. And now it's like, I go back and I watch it. It's cool. I watch it with the kids, of course. But I also realize like, it's kind of cheeseball. Like that part's kind of cheese. I was like 10 when Princess Bride. I don't know how old I was. I was a little kid when I watched Princess Bride. Princess Bride. What's funny about that movie too is even though it was kind of set that way with Fred Savage's character, it really is Princess Bride was the perfect, the perfect stay-at-home sick movie. If you were sick for the day, throw on Princess Bride. The Princess Bride was like a nice blanket type of movie. You watch Never-Ending Story, dude. The guy loses his horse in a mud pit. You can't pull him out. Artax. I still to this day am scarred by that, dude. So yeah, I think just to close that nozzle, I think people just have weird expectations. I think a lot of it is you get older and you get a lot more cynical. From the 916, Karate Kid #1. Yeah. I've seen Karate Kid 30 times. It's a fine movie. Back to the Future. It's a good movie. We're not talking, Godfather 2, Forrest Gump.
Wait,
what? What?
So your list of great movies start with Godfather 2, and then it goes to Forrest Gump.
I don't know. I'm just talking about really great movies randomly. Obviously, there's not much of a tie between the two. You know what, though, dude? I'll bet you there's a tie in between Godfather 2 and Forrest Gump. Watch. It's going to be an actor or something. I just, when I think about great movies of my lifetime, dude, like sports movies, Bull Durham, Field of Dreams, Hoosiers. Son of a Woman, Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction. Wow. Yeah, like obviously Shawshank. Like these are like phenomenal movies, dude. Like phenomenal movies. The Sandlot is one. Some people are texting, The Sandlot's one of my favorite movies ever. It's one of those movies. It comes on TV. I watch it, dude. It's not like the greatest movie. Honestly, one of the greatest movies I've ever seen that nobody gives a crap about is a movie. That's the other thing. It's also about how it's out there. Like there is a movie called Secondhand Lions that I guarantee you 3/4 of the audience has ever seen. Have you seen it?
No.
Secondhand Lions.
You talk about it all the time.
Yes. Robert Duvall, Michael Caine, Haley Joel Osment in his prime.
Yeah, this line. Whenever I do Michael Caine, it turns Australian.
All you have to do is just say "my cocaine" in a voice. The guy that played President Bartlett, Secret Service head in The West Wing, is also in that movie. Anyways, The Last Starfighter. It's a fine movie. Teen Wolf, Weird Science. Yes, fine movies.
Teen Wolf has not aged well.
No, it hasn't. Yeah. Somebody said Big Fish. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Not on the list for most people, though. So with Happy Gilmore 2, dude, just let it happen, man. Just enjoy it for what it is. Don't. If you love the original Happy Gilmore, they took good care of it. And again, in my opinion, they took good care of Happy Gilmore. It is the best you could do. Now, I really do want Billy Madison too. Now that I know he's going to handle that with care, I see there to be no reason why we can't have a Billy Madison 2. He's a teacher. What happened to the hotel? I'm just saying. I mean, it would kind of, what are you going to do without Chris Farley, right? But what is Bridget Wilson doing right now? Yeah, look at Bridget. Absolutely. There you go. That was the what's-her-face teacher in Billy Madison. Pete Sampras is she? Yeah, she's still married to Pete Sampras. That's been going on a while, huh?
Good for them.
Yeah, really good for them. 25 years of marriage. How could I forget her name? Veronica Vaughn. Oh, Miss Vaughn, so hot.
That's assault, brother.
That's assault, brother. No, you didn't. Yeah. That's right. She married Pete, or according to TR on the chat, Bridget married Pete Samprad. All right. So what's next for the Kings? Is Russell Westbrook really a possibility? I would say at this point it's a probability. I'd listed about 80-20 he's a King. Now, that still means there's a 20% chance he's not, so I am hedging my bets here. But I can tell you there's interest from both sides. The Kings, they've been talking since the start of this whole thing, this whole offseason period, and there is mutual interest. Weirdly enough, I know Russ's camp also has interest. They've been kind of poking around, asking questions about Sacramento. He's been in the league long enough. He knows a bit about Sacramento, but like we talked about earlier, I get it. Westbrook's a Scott Perry guy. I mean, literally, Perry was on the staff with Stan Presti when they drafted him. But that's a culture move. I don't think it's going to necessarily add wins. But also with Schroeder and Westbrook, the other problem is this. I'm with you on the culture, but who on the team is who are we really considering the future guys? I mean, I'm not saying there aren't any. I'm saying who so we go what? Who would you consider the young core of the Sacramento Kings? Obviously, Neat Clifford, Max Reynaud, Keegan Murray, Keon Ellis. As of right now, Devin Carter. I think isn't that about it? I don't think I'm forgetting anyone that you would consider absolute, definite core person. And I'm not counting Sabonis because he's not, super young. That's it. That's the core, dude. That's the young core. So these guys are going to be the ones that are. I would just feel a lot better if they had some sort of like 18-year-old point guard they drafted in the lottery. Somebody for these guys to really take care of. Also, it looks like ESPN has put out their off-season grades. Oh, maybe they did it. Yeah, they did it over the weekend. I haven't looked. Let me see. I'm gonna read this live with the rest of you here. Have you seen these, Chris? These off-season grades. Oh, sorry. Now you gotta go on the air. You have not? Okay.
I haven't.
What grade do you think ESPN gave the Sacramento Kings offseason?
I'm going to say that they gave the Kings a C.
D+. Oh. For your Sacramento Kings. Here's what they wrote. A curious offseason didn't seem to move the Kings closer to a playoff return. Prioritizing point guard after trading De'Aaron Fox in February was reasonable, but Sacramento gave Dennis Schroeder. Also, I need a clarification here. I always thought it was Dennis Schroeder, but I even heard Scott Perry at the press conference say Dennis Schroeder, which is how it's spelled. Now, I get the little dotty things on top of the O, but I'm looking at it right now. There's no dotty things. Was that an umlaut? I need to know if it's Schroeder or Schroeder. I need an official. We need to do that at Media Day. Sacramento gave Dennis a 3-year, $45 million deal that might not age well given Schroeder's reliance on quickness. I want to point out, by the way, it's really a 2-year deal. The third year is very much lightly guaranteed. That deal forced the Kings to swap Jonas Valanciunas for Dario Saric, who barely played last season, just to stay out of the luxury tax. Sacramento might have been better off targeting a point guard on a cheaper deal, such as Trey Jones, or letting Valanciunas leave for a reported offer from Greek power Olympiacos and getting out of his deal altogether. I don't disagree with that, by the way. And I have also thought about this too. Is this team better with Dennis Schroeder and without Jonas Valanciunas? I mean, I'm honestly asking, is Schroeder going to bring more to this team at his position than Valanciunas would have as DeMontis' backup and possible injury replacement? I thought he played very well for the Kings last year at the time he had. And I'm going through the list. All these teams. Hell, the Suns got a C+. I'm looking to see if there's even any other Ds. The Pacers got a D. That's Miles Turner leaving. Hold on. 2 teams got a team worse than the Sacramento Kings, according to ESPN's offseason grades. The Indiana Pacers, who, by the way, were in the NBA Finals last year and 1 game away from a championship, lost their star player and had another leave. So you kind of allow for that. The only other team that got a worse grade than the Sacramento Kings in the offseason, the New Orleans Pelicans, they got an F. It was mainly on that trade, I'm sure, with the Hawks. Derek Queen and Kevon Looney, they're big additions. Yep. We'll take a break. When we return, what's on deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing, and then crosstalk with Alan and celebrity birthdays as we close out the day right here on Sacktown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business, whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking.
But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app, so you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo, you're good at business, we're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
Get ready for a night out with Jordan Davis. It's Country in the Park 2, Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Along with special guests Mitchell Tenpenny, Locash, Vincent Mason, and Averyana. Make it a family day out with food trucks, games, dancing, and more. Saturday, September 13th at Cal Expo. Sponsored by the California Army National Guard and Hop Valley Brewing. Tickets at CITPFest.com.
The Giant Summer Sale is here. Get giant savings on our Giant selection only at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? Save during the Honda Summer Event and drive a brand new Accord or Civic. See all our specials at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Go to FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Your one-stop Honda shop.
Hello, Sacramento. I'm Emran Pilati, owner of True Sports Cards and Collectible Store here in Rockland, California, and the host of the True Sports Cards Show that airs right here on Sacktown Sports 1140 every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m., where we discuss the latest trends, hottest products, and deliver exclusive interviews with other industry leaders. And don't forget to visit our shop, True Sports Cards, at 6661 Stanford Ranch Road in Rockland and see what we have for all your sports card and memorabilia needs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
All right. Brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing, and we've got the What's on Tap in store for you.
What's on deck?
What I say? What's on? Thank you so much, golly, David. Let's see. Well, we've got light schedules. What do we have? Pirates Giants. We're going to start their series at some point as the Giants look to do. Hey, look, man, if you can't get healthy versus the Pirates, you can't get healthy. Figure it out, guys.
And they got very lucky they're not going up against Skeens during this trip.
He's so ridiculous, dude. You want to talk? I mean, Logan Webb has tremendous run support compared to Paul Skeens. It's actually quite stupid. And then, of course, you've got Cal Raleigh, the new favorite. Jason's not here. I can say it. The new favorite to win the AL MVP coming to town to take on the A's, the red hot, dare I say, Oakland A's. Pirates have a couple. They always have a couple of studs. Obviously, Skeens is a stud. I love O'Neal Cruz. Just looking at Paul Skeens, dude. Paul Skeens is 3-2 this month. His ERA is 0.67. Paul Skeens has pitched 27 innings and given up 2 earned runs, and he's 3-2, or at least the team is 3-2, I should say, in his games. He had a 2.05 ERA last month, a 1.91 the month before, a 2.23 the month before. This is one of those times where I'm actually really look, the whole baseball system is so screwed up. And yes, some of it is the fault of the owners, but it's, to me, really the fault of Major League Baseball for having things set up the way they are. And when you have teams like the Marlins, the Pirates, and obviously the Athletics doing the things they're doing, and more to the point, they're not doing, baseball could do a lot better of a job setting up some benchmarks so that you don't just have these teams where like Mike Trout with the Angels, or now Paul Skeens with the Pirates, and there's eventually Skeens is going somewhere. And what I love in looking at like the Cy Young odds, for example, I love the way that things have developed to the point where whether it's Paul Skeens or Zach Wheeler, there's a couple other names in there, but Skeens is at or near the top of pretty much every betting site you see. It's either him or Wheeler. I mean, even a guy like Logan Webb, who's fourth, is way behind those two. It's effectively a two-person race. But the sad thing is, Paul Skeens is 6-8. He's probably going to win the Cy Young Award with a record under 500, which is crazy. But he's too good to be stuck on a pointless Pittsburgh Pirates team. And I hate saying this, I'm a small market guy. I would love to see the Pirates do well, far more than the Yankees or but they're not going to. So why are we wasting Paul Skeens in Pittsburgh, going 500 for his first? What are we going to do this for 4, 5, 6, 7 years? He's 23 right now. Get him the hell out of there. Somebody move in and make a blockbuster move for Paul Skeens and give up your entire farm system. Who cares? Because baseball is better when its stars are playing in games that matter. Paul Skeens plays in 0 games that matter to his team. The Pittsburgh Pirates this year are a lovely 44-62. They sit last in the Central, and they're going to do the same thing next year. Get Paul Skeens out of there. Get O'Neal Cruz out of there. I'm going to say something really sacrilegious because I hope to God this doesn't happen. I really do. This sends shivers down my spine. But for the sport of baseball, he's better off on the Yankees or Dodgers. For the sport, he's better off on the Yankees or Dodgers. It's stupid. It really is. It's really dumb that we just waste these players. And I'm not immune to the fact that Pittsburgh Pirate fans deserve to be able to see stars too. I understand that. But it sucks. It sucks for the sport in general and it's not set up like the NFL and it's not set up like the NBA where you just suck. We know that Pittsburgh is going to suck next year. We know that the Marlins are going to suck next year. We know that the Rockies are going to suck next year. We know that the A's are going to suck next year. At best, the A's are going to have 1, maybe 2 years, but probably 1 year where they catch everybody by surprise. Their youth hits it. They all have, breakout years or career years on top of that because they're all feeding off of each other. And then half the team's gone the following year. It's pointless. It's a waste of time. But yeah, the Giants avoid him, which on one hand, awesome. I mean, good for the Giants, certainly on paper. On the other hand, kind of stinks for Giants fans. I remember as a kid going to Giants games, the few I would, I'd look and I will never forget missing Doc Gooden when he was with the Mets by 1 day. I've said it many times before. I usually got one trip a year. It was whatever doubleheader they were playing. They happened to be playing the Mets. I got like Ron Darling and it wasn't John Tudor. He was with the Cardinals, but something like that. Guys that you knew, but whatever. Let's go to the messages here. If we sign Westbrook, we need 2 guards gone. Well, at least 1. Yeah, you're right. And maybe this is a play. Look, if it turns out they sign Russ Westbrook because they know they're going to trade whomever for Jonathan Kuminga, like, for example, I asked over the weekend, hey, guys, would you give up a lottery protected first and Keon Ellis for Jonathan Kuminga in a sign and trade? And no offense to Keon Ellis, but of course, because every team values their players higher than other teams, there was a large resounding no when it came to that idea of trading Keon Ellis for Jonathan Kuminga. Now, by the way, I'm not saying they're wrong. I 100% see the argument that Keon Ellis is the exact type of player this team needs. We preach defense. He's young. He's a hell of a defensive player. You just have to wonder, A, what is his ceiling? And B, are they going to be able to extend him come February? Because I'll tell you right now, I'd much rather trade Keon Ellis and a protected first for Jonathan Kuminga now if I know I'm losing him. Fact of the matter is, Keegan Murray's got an extension coming up. So what kind of deal are you guys planning on Keon Ellis getting? He may be the odd man out. He really might be because of finances and also because of the position he plays. Like Keon Ellis is the size of a point guard, but he's not a point guard, and he doesn't need to be. I love Keon. I do. Please don't take this as me saying I'd like to see him go, but if you could bring in, if it ended up being, for example, if the trade was Keon Ellis and a protected first for Jonathan Kuminga and Russell Westbrook, does that make a difference in your mind? Does that make you think differently at all? Because that's probably what it would. If it happened like that, that's probably what the end would be, and how you'd have to look at it. I think the Kings should do nothing that doesn't involve the future. If it's not a player that you can include in the future, unless it's a one-off, I don't care. So in Westbrook's case, if it's a 1 year with a second-year partial guarantee, I can live with that. If they do make a trade and it's Kuminga, obviously the thought is Jonathan Kuminga being part of this team long-term. And I don't know that Jonathan Kuminga is the answer or one of the answers, but I will tell you that it's players like Jonathan Kuminga that the Kings need to trade for. That is exactly the types of moves they need to make. They need to identify players that are in distress situations that maybe are landlocked because of the teams they play for that have potential. Now remember, it's a thing that's important about Jonathan Kuminga. He's younger than Keegan Murray. As a matter of fact, June 10th of 2002. Jesus. Just as we were recovering from the Game 7 overtime loss, Jonathan Kuminga was being born. That doesn't make me feel terrible whatsoever. June 10th, 2002, right? Let me look at this real quick. He's 3 months older than Neat Clifford. He's 3 months older than Neat Clifford. He is less than 1 month older than Maxime Reynaud. He's 2 years younger than Keegan Murray. Last one I want to look at here. And he's 2+ years younger than Keon Ellis. Number 7 pick in the draft. I think it's important to think of him that way too. The guy is not a finished product. We'll take a break. We'll cross-talk it with Alan Stiles, celebrity birthdays, and more coming up right after this.
Visit SackdownSports.com and join the Sackdown Sports 1140 newsletter.
Alan Stiles here with your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. Denzel Clark, out with that right adductor strain, is going to be out until late August. Manager Mark Kotze said Clark will probably require a couple weeks from the date of his placement on the IL. Brady Basso, out with that left shoulder strain, is scheduled to throw 20 pitches upcoming in batting practice. He had been pulled off of his rehab assignment in mid-June. That was your Sacktown Sports Injury Update, brought to you by DTLA Law Group. It's Alan Stiles here. You injured at work? Call downtown. DTLA Law Group, California's leading injury law firm. With over 40 lawyers throughout California, they have won over $500 million in settlements. DTLA Law Group will get you compensation for your work injury. You don't pay unless they win. That's right. You pay zero upfront. Call downtown. Text injury help to 40222. That's injury help to 40222. Visit them at calldowntown.com.
Ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya guselkumab may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Summer's flying by, and that back-to-school checklist, it's growing fast. New backpack? Check. School supplies? Check. Dentist appointment? Let's fix that. Kids Care Dental and Orthodontics is making it easy to cross dental checkups off your summer list fast, with priority scheduling for new patients and kid-friendly care that makes them smile. It's one less thing to worry about before fall. Call now or book online at kidscaredental.com. That's kidscaredental.com, because healthy smiles should be the easiest thing to check off your summer list.
Carmichael Dave here for my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Yes, I always tell you they are a family-owned operation, been in business since 81, A+ Better Business Bureau, but it is hot. We are in those Sacramento hot months. I want to focus on them being your second opinion partner. What does that mean? Maybe you've got somebody you're working with or you've worked with in the past in the HVAC world. Guess what? They want to give you a second opinion. How much does it cost? Nothing. You call them up and say, hey, can I get a second opinion on this deal? They come out and they either say, wow, that's a great deal, you should feel better about that. Or they say, we can beat that price. And usually they're going to beat it by a lot. Guess what? You just saved money and it didn't cost you anything to find out. It's a no-lose situation. Go with a trusted company. American Energy, 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com. Jingle Singers, take it away.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Well, you're half right. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross is golfing for charity with Bobby Jackson and friends. And the one, the only, the hit doctor. What was the other one? Come on, what's the other one we want to call you? Alan?
What, Rackman?
Rackman.
We have to get the endorsement before we continue to just plug Rackman.
And that's the name of the company, right?
That's right. I pass it every day when I drive in.
We're already giving them so much free publicity. Are they, Alan? This is where experience trumps whatever experience trumps. Is anyone clipping up these clips and sending them to the decision makers at Rackman?
That's right. Somebody should be. I'm going to get on that today.
You really should, because we've been giving them some love and they're not even on the station. Because we like, I want that. I don't even know what Rackman does, and I don't want you to tell me because they're not paying for it. Mm-hmm. I just know that I want to be able to refer to you as Rackman. I want your callers, of which I will highly encourage them to call in and be like, Rackman, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. What's up, Rackman?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't want them confusing it with Jim Rome, like, hey, rack him. It's not rack him, it's Rackman.
Right. And then at the end, well, when we come in with Rack City Tyga. The whole thing is planned out.
I don't even know what any of that means, but I like the way it sounds.
You know the song, Dave. You're hip.
I do. I got it. Ready? Rack City Tiger.
One Kendrick song with Lamar in it.
Sorry, I thought that was an. You know what I was doing? Jet City Woman by Queensryche. I don't think that's what you were referring to.
No. Can we talk Happy Gilmore?
Hold on a second, Alan. Do you know who Queensryche is?
Yeah, and of course I know Queen.
Queensryche, R-Y. By the way, Queen SRYCHE, not the other one. Have you ever heard of that band?
No.
I have also not heard of that band.
Jeff Tate, the lead singer, Queensryche. Have you ever heard of a song called Silent Lucidity? Come on.
What do you think?
Come on, man. Chris, was that a fake O or a real O?
You should be used to this.
Okay. Let's talk about Happy Gilmore because that won't give me a headache. Go ahead.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. The first half, the first hour, I was cracking up when he goes out golfing with the group of cameos.
Yeah, that's what I said. That was
incredible. Did it need to be 2 hours? Absolutely not. Was the movie necessary? Not really. But when you look at Happy Gilmore, I mean, when we're not talking about an Oscar-winning movie, I'll put it like this, Dave. I thought that Gladiator 2, based on what Gladiator was, way more offensive to the first than anything that Happy Gilmore 2 could have cooked up. I thought it was pretty funny. I thought instead of the surgery thing, they just
hold on. Hey, by the way, we're not doing spoilers.
That's not a spoiler.
Okay.
I didn't know that there was a surgery.
Could there be a spoiler in Happy Gilmore? Right?
Yes, many spoilers. Half the fun is
spoil hall pass. Oh wait, they get a week off of marriage. Is that a spoiler?
No, that's not. But when you're starting to get into specifics of the plot,
fine. I won't say this. All I'll say is, I thought that they could have connected it to Happy more with the bad guys.
Yeah,
the weird CGI thing they did.
From the 916, can I just tell you, I have experience with Rackman. I sell to them. They are probably the nicest and coolest people around. You should approach them, Alan. That's from Jeff on the text line. So there you go.
I'm today. This week is the week, man.
Clip it up.
Clip it up. Rack it out.
I will say to you what I said earlier today. I thought it was perfect, and I'll tell you why. It's not the greatest movie I've ever seen. It's nowhere near the greatest movie I've ever seen. You said, I don't know why we need a Happy Gilmore 2. You know what? That's the right question, Alan. Mm-hmm. Why do we need a Happy Gilmore 2? You know what? I'm going to tell you why. Because yesterday I turned on the news, and I did it the day before as well. I read the paper the other day, and then I read the magazine, and then I went on the Twitter, and then I went on the Facebook. And you know what? Yesterday, alone in my hotel room in New York City, I flipped on Netflix. I was able to cast it to the television, thank goodness. And I sat there, and I ate cheese and crackers, and I watched Happy Gilmore, and I smiled, and I laughed, and I felt good. And it was a 2-hour mind suck.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was over. And it was fine. And it felt good. And I didn't feel like I wasted my 2 hours. And then I moved on, and we're talking about it today. That's all we need more Happy Gilmore 2s, man. In my opinion.
Like I said, I thought the first hour was incredible. I thought it was hilarious. I loved all the odes to number one, of course. Yeah. I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying they didn't have to make it. Well, what sequels are actually necessary? You know what I mean? So
I'm glad you asked. I would like to see a sequel to Billy Madison now.
So we're just gonna run them all back, huh? I don't want that.
I think Ferris Bueller's Day Off really deserves a sequel. I think that could be done incredibly well. I've said that for years. But overall, the reason why, Alan, is this. Hey, Alan.
Yes.
Who won the slam dunk contest this year? I'm asking you. Do you remember?
Is it Mac McClung again?
You do this for a living. Would you bet your life that it was Matt McClung?
Yes.
Okay. Now, after you had to think about that for a second, can you give me 3 slam dunk winners from the 90s and 2000s, just real quick, top of your head? 90s and 2000s.
Vince Carter, Jason Richardson, and I guess, well,
I'll let you have Michael Jordan from the 80s.
Sure.
Here's my point. Here's my point. We don't care about it anymore because all the cool dunks have already been done, dude. Every once in a while, a dunk sneaks in that blows us away, but they've all been done. That's why sequels happen. People go, well, they just come up with new stuff. Well, they do, and it's awesome when it happens, but also most of the good stuff's already been done, dude.
I hear you.
That's all.
You're way wrong on that.
Hey, look at what's happening.
Too many keys on a piano, huh?
That's exactly right. Hey,
yeah, I'm not.
Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Hey, listen, nothing says family and friends like our good friends at Crumble Cookies. Hey, sure would like me a crumble cookie right now. Good stuff. Christopher Laud.
How is Jason back and I'm still doing celebrity birthdays?
I know.
Yeah, I was very confused because I was driving in and Jason was leaving, and I knew I
Did you
double
get
checked
worried
the
a little
clock.
bit?
I'm like, am I late or all right?
Yeah.
Happy birthday today to Jim Davis,
Garfield's Jim Davis?
creator of Garfield.
Ah, well then, yeah, he must.
Jim Davis is probably like 78.
80.
We do have a correct answer. Alan Stiles.
Come
Jim
on.
Davis is 80 today.
Sorry,
Noted Garfield expert Alan
Happy
Stiles.
birthday today to someone who has a lot in common with Carmichael Dave, Lori Laughlin.
Shut up.
Aunt Becky from Full House.
Yeah. Also served some time. Lori Laughlin's actually 63 today.
Shout out Lori. 61.
We've got a correct answer. And it goes to Alan Stiles, 61 years old for Aunt
What the hell
Becky.
is going on?
2 in a row. Hey, let's keep it going with the 90s people. Happy birthday today to Elizabeth Berkley.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I said that a little too.
Yeah.
That wasn't a good poker face.
Cut that.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Had a
Saved by the
couple
Bell Hawaii Wedding.
had a couple of movies.
Saved by the Bell Las Vegas Wedding.
I'm thinking of another movie. I can't remember. the
Oh,
name
Any
of it.
Given Sunday. That's what you're thinking of.
Yes, that is. Elizabeth Berkley is 51.
Oh, Elizabeth. 53.
Well, we've got a correct answer.
Oh no.
It goes to Carmichael Dave, 51 years old today.
Wow.
That got scared. Well, you know what though? I don't think we've ever had anybody get wait, didn't Jay Mars get 3 correct answers in a row?
I've gotten 3 before.
You have 3.
I've gotten 3 before. I think you've even gotten 3 before.
Have we ever as a show gotten 4 in a row?
I don't think so.
All right, here we go.
Let's try right now, and I think one of you might have a very good chance at this.
Okay.
Happy birthday today to Cain Velasquez.
Come on, Dave.
Yeah. Cain Velasquez is 44.
Man, Kane. Velasquez.
Hold on a second. Hey, what sport does Cain Velasquez play?
You know, sports are sports, man.
Man,
Football.
UFC
That's right.
fighter
Football because he
Cain
kicks
Velasquez.
with his feet into,
That's right.
you know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it. 60. What did you say, Dave?
I
He's
don't even.
44.
44.
46.
Fortunately, we do not have a
Yes,
correct
we do.
answer. And Dave gets the win. He's 43 today.
Off by 1.
Finally, here goes for the winner, former mountain lion, Sacramento mountain lion, John David Washington.
JD.
Oh, my twin.
No, he was he? Yeah, he was a mountain lion.
Also
John
did
David
Rams for a bit.
Yeah. Noted actor. John David.
Oh, he
Washington.
acts?
Yeah. His dad's an actor too, I
I
think.
get him a lot.
Yeah. John David Washington is 36.
Oh, 20. What are you now? You said 36, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think 35.
We do not have a correct answer, but we do have a winner. Carmichael Dave gets it. John David Washington, 40 years old today.
Oh, wow.
Still time.
Wow.
Time.
Alan, what's coming up today?
A lot of Westbrook talk, a lot of Kuminga talk. And when it comes to Malik Monk and Devin Carter, how often does this trade smoke happen and somebody not get traded? That's all coming up. And, of course, Nick Kurtz going crazy on Friday. So it's going to be a fun one, Dave. You should stick around 4 more hours.
All right, very good. For Chris Verlade, for temporary Jason Ross, I'm Carmichael Dave. Be sure to tune in to Alan next right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports. Bye-bye now.
On the move. Got somewhere to